clicked it. Hey.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
What?
We're almost all wearing a hat. We tried.
I don't want to leave Andreas alone.
Yes.
Man
Yeah,
this time.
good call.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay.
I've been wearing a hat for like, I don't know, 40 years plus. But yeah. It is what it is.
So we've got a pretty full house today, 6 people.
Yeah.
I think we rarely start off with 6 people, which is cool. Welcome everyone to the stream. Let us know where you're watching from, as usual.
Oh, yeah. Could put that in the chat.
Wait, where are we all from? Jay, are you in?
Yeah, we never really
Belize.
said that.
I am in Belize. I'm on a tiny little island called Key Cocker. It's
Key Cocker.
Nice.
Caulker. It used to be Corker, actually, because boats in the... Yeah, it's not... You're terrible. Get your mind out of the gutter. But it's where boats used to kind of get damaged on the reef. So back in the day, they used to literally cork the holes back in pirate kind of days. And then it just turned into caulking as the boats, I guess, evolution and things and technology. Now that you use caulking instead of actual little corks. So yeah, ski cocker now. It's like when I say tiny, I'm talking like 5 kilometers. So that's what for the Americans, it is like 3 miles by maybe 3/4 of a mile or 1 kilometer, give or take. So super. When I'm saying tiny, like when you go out for supper, you're waving at everybody. You know what I mean? Like
a little village.
We're not that small, but here, like, if I go to the grocery store, it's at least, I don't know, 20 people on the way that I know. Just because the community, like the expat community,
20 is a lot. Yeah,
really tight.
That's cool.
Everybody knows everybody in the expat community here. It's insane.
Yeah, I like it because it's like we're kind of intermingled with like Belizeans, so it's not just an expat community, which I love. I just love absorbing the culture and the food and everything. Right, I'm contributing in some ways too. But yeah,
you don't even have cars, do you, on your island?
No cars allowed. So there's like 2 pickups, I think, that are village council pickup trucks that, because you need to move equipment. Yeah, it's great. You know, golf carts, bicycles, and 2 feet in a heartbeat, man. Like I dropped 30 pounds in the first 5 months, I think, here because you just move it. It's not like the North American, even if we moved from suburbia to a rural area, and then you absolutely need a vehicle even to get into go get groceries. Like you can't walk it, right? Or you'll be gone all day. Yeah, but it's pretty awesome that way. No cars, and I love it. And you forget we have to go to a bigger island, so we have 2,500 people. We have to go to a 25,000 population island to get our passport stamps every other month, and they have vehicles on that island. And what I didn't realize that I would never miss in my entire life is the smell. Like it stinks and you don't even notice it, right? Because you're just so used to it. But vehicle exhaust we know it stinks, but like when it's a hot day, it's like no breeze. It's like, it just smells. And traffic sucks. It's crazy. I don't miss that at all. Like you can just walk anywhere. There's people even here on golf carts. There's a bit of traffic sometimes, but bicycles are going right past them, right? Like you're getting there way faster, or you can even walk at the same pace pretty much. But yeah, I don't know.
We have cars here, but they're not that common. I mean, like, remember, like, we were taking, like, videos of, like, a traffic jam in Bansko. It's pretty much, like, 3 cars standing because a bunch of cows are crossing the road. So, yeah. I know a little bit how you feel, even though here we do have a bit more cars.
So you're from Bansko, Bulgaria, May, right?
Yeah, 4 years, man.
Little digital nomad village or town.
It's a ski town. They just had the Jazz Fest now, and it's like the 28th year, I think, of Jazz Fest. And I think like before the digital nomad movement came here like 6 years ago, Bansko was pretty much 4 months of skiing and a week of jazz fest. It's a really big thing here. So that was nuts. I mean, like a lot of the musicians are like after partying in some bars after like it starts at like 7 in the evening. There is like day events in the park, and then the main show started like 7, 8, and I had friends like coming home at 5 in the morning because some of the musicians just went up to a bar to like do some freestyle after. It's mental. But it was finally over. So most of the nomads also left, like the seasonal ones that come for the Nomad Fest. So now it's mainly us expats remaining here. And there were a lot of more people who are staying this year with Bulgaria and Finland.
My wife and I were actually just looking at places on, YouTube's great for that, right? Where like we're to travel to as a digital nomad type thing. And Bulgaria came up and we were like, wow, I'm like, I know someone.
Well, if you're gonna want to come to Bansko, I hope that you're gonna text me instead of just researching on YouTube.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can give you more current.
But that's the blessing, right? Like we had Leslie Cole from Everbee come down to Belize, and Christina Umares, also from Toronto, come down, and like you get to hang out with people and see faces, and just leverage people in different parts of the world, right? Like why wouldn't you? Right? It's exploiting friendships in like the best way possible, I think. Kind of like how I think Adam, you hosted Philip down there, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
I wanted
thing.
to host Philip, but then I had COVID the minute he showed up in town.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine with Adam.
He was like a kilometer away from me and I had COVID at home.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
My mom says hi, by the way, on the chat.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hello there.
Nice.
Oh, right.
Nice.
Great last name. Wait, there's two?
Wait, you got your whole family out here?
Rhonda
No, that's not related. Rhonda is not related to me. That's an Arroyo with 2 R's. We're
2 R's,
with
got
1
it.
R. Yep. Who knows? Maybe we are related, man. I don't know.
It's funny. There's like a million and one
Hello,
Susans
you.
I
out
think
there.
the hat
and-
bit is over for me. I'm done with that.
Then Adam, where are you from?
Florida.
Should we finish the
Hot and sunny
circle?
Florida. Born and raised. That's where I'm at.
Born and raised. Wow. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Hot here too. Hot and humid. We got a hurricane brewing out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
damn,
watching-
raining.
Nice
We're
combo.
watching it, hoping it swings north.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
goes to you
you're in
guys.
that.
I mean,
Exactly.
No
Yeah,
offense.
Jay, you got to watch out for that too. But
Yep.
yeah, I'm on the east coast of Florida. Actually, the county that I live in is where Cape Canaveral is. So it's where all the SpaceX rockets go. It's where all the entire space program. When Philip was here, we took him to Kennedy Space Center, and he got to see all that. So
That's cool.
that's kind of like the pride of our county. Also, Kelly Slater, the professional surfer,
Yeah.
is from our county.
Wow.
He's from Cocoa, and yeah, just Florida, hot.
That was really fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very hot. Like Adam described it, like walking into a hot sock.
Yeah,
Like
Hot
step
sock.
outside.
what it feels like usually. Yeah, hot, wet sock.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've worn socks in a year and a half.
Come to Bansko in the winter. We're gonna have -20.
That's a lie. Except for the 2 weeks when I visit family in Ontario.
You're gonna
Canada,
wear a
in
lot of
November.
socks.
Yeah.
You're gonna wear like 3 pairs.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere in the winter. Are you crazy? I left Canada for a reason.
All right. I forgot.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Andreas?
winter's nice. I just don't love it. But yeah.
What about you, Andreas?
I'm in Sweden. Here it's still really warm, and we're not really that used to it, so it feels pretty hot, I'd say.
You're in the capital, right?
Yeah, very close to the capital, in a suburb of the capital. Yeah.
Is that Oslo?
No, that's Norway.
No, that would be
It's
Norway.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
so
Oh,
this
my
is
geography.
a suburb to Stockholm.
Close.
Stockholm, right?
Yeah.
It's where the syndrome comes from.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, at least the name, but yeah.
That was the place when they had the big bank robbery for like days, right? That's how they came up with it. It was
Yeah.
bank robbers that held people for days, and then at the end of those days, the people protected the robbers. That's
Oh,
why
I
it's
don't know.
called Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, Stockholm syndrome is when you become like you support your kidnappers.
Your captor.
Yeah.
It came out of a real case from bank
Yeah,
robbery.
you like sympathize and then interesting.
Because
Yeah,
you're
I
like at
definitely
their
know that.
mercy at some point, and if they take good care of you, you're like some part of your it's a part of survival mode basically. But you transfer into them the fact that they love you and care for you.
Yeah, exactly. You become really empathetic to your kidnappers or anyone who really mistreats you. It doesn't have to be kidnappers; it could be someone who abuses you as well. But yeah, that's the Stockholm syndrome. I have no idea what the origin is from that, but
it's a bank one. It's a bank job in Stockholm. If
was
I'm
it
not
really
mistaken,
originated from that?
yeah,
If
I'm not mistaken, it was a bank job. I think like people were held at a bank like hostage for like 4 or 5 days or something.
Okay, I don't actually know about that myself, but because we have one really big thing called like I think it's called like Arlanda rånet, or it's basically the airport robbery kind of thing. I'm not sure if there's any kind of correlation between those, but that's the major one that I know of, at least when it comes to robberies, like historically. But yeah.
We'll start talking about mugs in a second.
Ooh.
Finish the half an hour introductions.
We have to tell all the weird things that are where we're from or known for first.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
exactly.
Is there
We talked about captivity, living without a car, jazz.
Is there any
Philip,
weird
where are
things
you?
and
Yeah, where's Philip?
weird stuff in England? I'm in a little village near York, the old York, the
Old
original York, in the UK, in England. The country of 95% rain in the year, country of fish and chips,
My favorite.
of people that love to queue. What else?
Beans on toast.
Tea.
Oh yeah,
Tea,
love
yeah.
the tea. Yeah.
Bangers and mash.
Cheers
There you
to
go.
British tea.
Bangers and mash, yeah.
Isn't
Don't know if
beans
this-
on toast still a thing?
Yeah, beans on
Beans on
toast.
toast?
People love that.
Mhm. On toast. Yeah, I've seen
Sounds
it.
rubbish.
Is that like
People-
the same beans you would have with the bangers and mash, or talking like refried beans or something? Like, are you
It's
dipping or are you spreading?
Heinz beans and tomato sauce. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah. Okay.
The big beans. Yeah.
yeah.
Big
I
beans.
never really eat them, but
Yum. Sounds delicious.
How do you
people
do?
like to eat them with everything here, basically. The country of people loving to go to the pub and drinking beer in the morning. That's another
Soccer. It's huge.
big thing. People like to jaywalk here across the road when it's red.
Really?
Very common. I find that an interesting contrast to Germany, where if you do that in Germany, you get all the angry looks and like people will call you out and tell you off for it. Whereas here, if you wait and you're the only person that's not walking across, people look at you weird. Like it's almost the complete inverse. It's quite funny.
I had a couple of German friends, and even when they just have a normal conversation, they sound angry. You know,
Yeah.
it's like aggressive and yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
born and raised in England, or are you
Germany.
Germany? And then when did you move to England?
9 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, almost exactly 9 years ago, actually.
Wow.
Nice. Why? You know, if
Long
it's not
story-
personal, but
Yeah, long story short, I met an English girl on a school exchange, and
There
then
you
when I
go.
finished school,
That's an interesting story now.
I decided to move to England, and yeah, that's it. It's just a lot easier because she didn't speak German as well as I spoke English,
Compromise.
yep.
Nice.
and it's the country. Oh, I almost forgot. And it's the country of sausage dogs. Very, very popular here.
Is that a fact? Really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though they're German dogs, I don't see as many dachshunds in Germany as I do in England.
That's crazy.
People are crazy for them here. Yeah, I don't know why. They are called sausage dogs here, which sounds a lot cuter than the German name. I don't know if that plays
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah, it just sounds angry, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the German name just sounds angry. Dackel.
I think everything sounds in German like you're angry or sneezing.
Yeah,
Just sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you say the name of the dog in German?
Dacker.
Yeah. Bless you.
Nice.
You could say that for some other languages as well, like Russian maybe can sound a bit angry.
What did you think about Bulgarian when you were here?
Bulgarian, the language, or Bulgaria?
Yeah, the language.
The language. Actually, surprisingly, there's a lot of words that are one-to-one with German, I found. Because my friend would often get stuck because he's not as fluent in English. He'd get stuck and he's like, oh, what's that word? And then he'd ask his friend, he'd say the Bulgarian word. And I'm like, just say it, man. It's the same in Germany.
I didn't know it was the same in German because I do know it's close to Russian a lot. Like it's a Slavic language, but
yeah, maybe that's the same with those languages. But yeah, some words are very similar. Like kamin. Do you know what kamin is?
Yeah, kamin we would use also in Hebrew.
Fireplace.
I think there's a lot of also commonalities. Even rice to say orez and stuff like that. There's a lot of similarities.
All right. Anyway,
Cool.
enough about England and my background. let's talk about Juna.
What? Oh, I thought we were going to skip me.
You thought wrong.
I'm living in Salt Lake City right now, but I was born and raised in Hawaii. So we moved here 20-something years, or 30, almost 30 now. It's crazy.
Oh, what just happened?
Oh, there's two Phillips.
Hey, we've got two of them now.
Himself. You
It's
should just
coming out now.
you should just put your dog in one of them.
Wait, there we go. I'm just an AI clone now.
There you go.
I thought we were supposed to be 7 today.
What happened there? Did the stream carry on? Because my browser crashed.
Yeah, it did.
Keep going.
Yeah, it's still live.
Yep.
Still going. That's awesome.
Anyway,
Juna, how long have you been in the States now?
So in Utah, I've been here 20.
Oh, I guess Hawaii is the States.
1996 or so, something like that. 1997. But I was born and raised in Hawaii, so I grew up there.
I always consider Hawaii its own country still. I can't, it doesn't register, right? As a foreigner.
The continental United
outside.
States,
Yeah.
but it's still in the United States. So yeah.
when did you move over?
And so we moved here in 1996, I think, in Utah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's when I was born.
Really? Whoa.
Aww.
I was probably 20. I was 20.
Oh, what? Am I the baby? Or
I think are you not the youngest?
Could be.
maybe
Yeah.
Andreas?
I'm born in 93, so I'm at 31.
Babies.
I'm definitely.
I'm in the
oldest.
80s.
Juna's got me beat. I don't know how
Definitely the oldest.
Adam
yeah.
is, but
I think Philip is the youngest because you're a 96er, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So you're
win.
29.
You're like the only Gen Z here.
I'm not,
Nintendo 64.
I'm still. I just scratched past Gen Z.
No, millennials go up to 94.
I've googled this before.
It's
Uh,
it's
oh,
Depends who
inconsistent.
you ask.
it's inconsistent. Okay. The year of Nintendo 64 and 007, my friend. That was
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gen Z
legendary
starts
game.
1997.
The best.
yes, Matthew.
Thank God. Anyway,
Crazy.
so let's
There
talk
you go.
about.
That's all of us.
Has anyone had access to mugs yet, or have you heard of anyone who's got access
I
to
haven't
custom
seen it.
mugs
I
yet?
haven't seen it.
I haven't
on
seen it
my-
either.
I'm gonna check right now again.
Wasn't
though.
it like live? I thought
let me
you
log
guys
in and check
were
again
all
for
excited
the
that it's on.
100th
What do you mean
time.
access?
People had said that they were
Nope.
getting stuff pushed like in processing or seeing it, right? But I don't
Yeah.
have access.
But I don't
Yeah.
see it on my when you hit create Amazon.
I got
Just-
it.
They don't like turn it on for everybody the minute they decide to have mugs.
No.
Everything's
Oh,
very
wow.
slow.
Test,
with
test,
Amazon.
test. That's what
I
they
would
do.
be pissed off.
Well, there's also like shirts and stuff, apparel that we never get access to, right?
Yeah.
Like there's
Top
some
pops.
Crop
Yeah,
tops and
crop
whatever.
tops
Yeah.
and oversized shirts and all that stuff that they just put on. And we don't.
That's true.
Well, I doubt that's going to happen with mugs
Yeah.
because they did state that it's being rolled out. Let's look at the message again. Yeah,
Yeah.
start being uploaded automatically today. That was 2 weeks ago, with full publishing availability coming soon. So just like with the tumblers,
Coming soon.
they're auto uploading some first for us. I've had probably like 30 or 40 auto uploaded.
Yeah.
And you can find them in Productor or Pretty Merch. You can filter them out. So some of them say timed out, but they're still live. Apparently,
I haven't seen any. Do they show up if you sold one, like on your sales?
Yeah, I've seen some people sell some already.
I haven't seen any sales. Or
me neither.
Random.
Wait, can you filter?
Still can't. No, I was just looking. You can't filter yet.
Not on the native Amazon dashboard. You have to go to Pretty Merch, for example, has a filter
I got
for
Pretty
mugs.
Merch, but I didn't sell any mugs. So.
Or Productor. But yeah, with Tumblers, it also took like around 2 weeks, I think, until most people had access to the Tumblers and the Create page.
So hopefully by next POD Council, we'll all have mugs.
Yeah. I got some mugs up. I had no idea.
Dude,
see?
You win.
Yeah. Hell yeah. This makes me so happy. It looks really bad. It looks really, really off and really bad. But I'm so glad that they're there.
For bad mugs.
Yeah.
It looks really, really bad. All right.
How did you find it, Andres?
What did you say? Sorry, what did you say?
How did you find that you're selling mugs?
No, exactly what Philip said. So I just went to my Pretty Merch Pro dashboard, to products, and then to filters, and then there's a mug filter.
Okay.
You have to click on more filters. Yeah, I took me a minute. I just found it.
I see it.
But the way that at least my designs, the way that they've put the design on top of the mug looks really off. Like it's way too low. So it looks really weird. But I'm just so glad that they're actually there. Because these are the accent mugs. They're not the 11-ounce like white mugs. It's actually 11 like accent mugs. If you know about those on Printify,
it's both. I think
the one with the color inside and the color of the handle.
On the handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
At least I can see any other apart from at least mine has been uploaded to just the accent mugs from what I can see.
Oh, I have a solid white one as well.
Yeah.
Is that like a 15-ounce or an 11-ounce, or can you choose those options?
I think they're only 11-ounce.
Yeah.
Only 11
I see them too.
Yeah.
They look really good though. This is awesome. This is so. I just feel overall as a person that the future is so in line with these marketplaces and especially Amazon. So I'm just blown away by that to be able to be a part of this Amazon merch thing, because it's just so insanely good. It's slow. It's slow as really slow, but it's really good.
I can't see mine. I see it on it's showing up on the table. How did you get to look at
if you go to the products tab in Pretty Merch, and then click on all filters or all filters,
and then mug, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I see it on the list, but when I try and look at it, it takes me back to.
What's the status of them?
The link isn't clicking.
Yeah, and it's not showing a picture either.
But is it because it's it says timed out?
Oh yes, yeah, you're right. It said processing. One says auto upload. No, one says auto upload. Let me try that one then.
Because that one should work.
Yeah.
Oh, I just was pricking the wrong one. Thanks, guys. New seller here. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I got one anyway. One mug that is not.
Hey, I put it on both sides though. The one that
can you see that? Is it on both sides or is it just one side?
Yeah, because the handle was on one side and then it's on the other side. So it's
okay.
That's cool. And it came with different color handles too. Nice.
Hell yes. This is awesome.
Does it have a BSR? No. I do wish the pricing structure was a little better, because on Printify, and I know this is Amazon, so it's not the same, but I wish we got a little more profit per mugs. But
how much is that? How much are the mugs selling for, and what's the profit?
They're putting it on at $16.99, and I don't know about the royalties on it, but $16.99.
I think it's like $2 profit or something.
It's like
less than $3.
I'm trying to check in my non-Amazon store how much I put my mugs for, just to see the margin.
Yeah, $2.
I mean, $2 sounds like two public margins.
Yeah, I mean,
someone's already sold 2 mugs in the chat.
Whoa!
Hell yes!
Whoop whoop!
Go mugs! Q4, the year of mugs.
You also said
sounds really Swedish or really Danish. Lasseman.
Wait, you're saying they're selling it for 16 and it's a $2 margin?
Something
I'm
like
selling
that.
mine at 11 and it's a $5 profit.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's
Okay.
Amazon's.
It's
They cut us a
Amazon.
royalty, right? So it's,
Like
Yeah.
I'm selling
gotta
for
get their
15
share
and a
of
half the
profit.
20-ounce mug,
Yeah,
Like,
this
Mm.
is
which is like
the
enormous.
Yeah.
well, maybe it's
Oh,
not
wow.
the 20. Let's see what ounces this is. 11 ounce
Yeah,
mug.
all of
or
them are
60.
11 ounce, but they can probably then buy the 15 ounce too. But I can also see that they can actually choose within these options. They can choose between the 11 ounce white mug or the like colored mugs, but they're all priced the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's an Amazon thing, I guess. You know, it's
It
just
is.
to make it look
Yeah.
all similar, even though it's not.
They have
Yeah.
the different colors inside. So one I'm seeing is like a black handle with black inside of the mug, but then the mug itself is white. So kind of an interesting color
They
choice.
had it. They had these mugs with Printful, like I don't know, earlier than before I started. Like I remember those from 4 years ago from Printful. They were actually very popular. Like at some point, I remember I was doing them on Etsy with like custom photos of you and your spouse inside of heart shapes and stuff, and everybody would order this either in blue accent or in like pink.
Mm.
That one worked pretty well, but that was like I don't know. That was even like 6 years ago. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
when I was still doing Etsy.
But again, this is so powerful. I just overall feel, because I mean, like if you think about it, all over the place, there are just platforms being built. Like we have social media platforms, we have now marketplace platforms, and just the future are just within these platforms, and you can
There we
just
go.
so visually see it. Like especially with the mugs, but especially like I think Philip did a video that just showcasing that they're trying to implement customization within merch.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
just
huge.
yeah, that would be insanely huge. So I just think this will be. Yeah, the marketplaces is the place to be for sure.
So I just checked on Printify, and a mug, 11 ounce mug that looks similar to what I saw on Amazon is the base price is $7.39.
The only thing that when it comes to the mugs is that the shipping costs like
shipping is
$6.99.
$6.99. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
really
was gonna say.
yeah.
Yeah, so that marks it up to what 7.14 something. So it is about two. If it's $16.99, right?
I can't remember what I used to price them at, but I think I was like 20 bucks all day on Etsy with like a $7 shipping or something, and they sold like no problem.
Yeah.
Just for an 11 ounce. So you can make some serious money if you can, you know.
Yeah, hopefully we can mark it up, and hopefully the markup, because sometimes Amazon does some weird stuff, right? Where you mark it up $3, but what your profit is only
it goes up
you know,
like 8 cents.
Yeah.
It's the same for coffee mugs as with tumblers. It only goes up, I think, 15 cents per dollar.
So they
So
kind of
it makes no
incentivize you
sense.
to lower the price.
yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Just going to price them all low.
It's
We
kind of
had-
weird that they're doing tumblers first, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you were looking at the logic, you would probably integrate mugs before you would do tumblers. But I guess
I
it's
would,
maybe a
right.
sign that tumblers are selling more because you know if Amazon is integrating it, I guess it's working.
Tumblers are selling really, really, really well on Etsy though, and also I think there's some.
Which ones? Like what? Like this kind of tumbler, or the ones that are more like a travel coffee mug?
The
like
ones
with a
it's-
handle?
The one on Amazon is what you have in your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's Amazon.
I'm thinking of the
style.
one with the straw. Like there's a kind of,
like the
some-
Stanley
Oh, there
Cup
was a
one?
straw. There was a straw to this one as well, but it's just
Okay,
like-
okay. So I'm thinking basically about that one. That one is selling really well, but I do know why they probably, at least this is my thinking, why they probably just implemented the tumblers first is because like mugs break a lot easier and cost so
Shipping.
much more to ship, just because they need to be so safe.
Hey,
I don't know if they're more
Hey.
to ship because these ones are heavier now.
It could be that.
Chris is here.
Hey, Chris.
Chris, dude.
Hey guys.
Wasn't Jose
What's up,
supposed
Chris?
to be here?
Just on time for the Amazon merch updates again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
forgot.
What was your thoughts?
It's the part about where we all live.
I was watching. I was like, they can't start this part without me. They need me in there.
I'll
do
tell
you
you,
have
have you-
people that sell mugs on Shopify a lot? I know you do a lot of Shopify stuff, Chris, but no?
Nope. No
Mainly
mugs.
shirts. Huh?
Have you ever tried
Yeah.
it? Because you've tried a lot of stuff, right, with Shopify?
Yeah, we've done tumblers a lot,
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay.
which is like a slight variation of it. Also, fun fact, I just learned the other day, you guys probably knew this, but somebody on one of our group calls was like, yeah, I've been selling vests and it's been going really well.
Yes.
And I was like, vests? Wow, I've heard of people selling a lot of different products, but never vests before. And it turns out that a vest is a tank top.
Oh,
I think they're from
yeah.
Ireland.
yes.
And I went on like 3 or 4 minutes on the group call, like Really never heard of this one before. Super impressive. I'll have to try it out. And somebody
I was
put in the
thinking
chat.
like denim vests with like embroidery on the back, like biker style or something.
Yeah,
I was thinking high
fur
vis,
stuff.
like construction worker.
That's what I
High
thought.
vis.
Or
Yeah.
Woodstock.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, tank top.
Oh,
Tank
The answer
tops
is tank
is
top,
another word
apparently.
for vests, huh? In what? I
All
guess.
right.
Where are they from? That said vests. Okay.
Ireland.
Translation thing.
It's the
We got a
same
full
with
house
English
here.
and British with pants.
And jumper,
Yeah.
right? Versus
Jumper,
sweatshirt or
pants, yeah.
hoodie. Yeah.
There's a lot of misunderstandings here in our community with everybody being half British, half American, half whatever.
Mm.
Did you say pants? What do you call pants over there? Long pants?
No, you'd say probably pants in English in the US, but
Mhm.
if you're British, then pants is like undies. So they would say
Oh.
trousers.
Britches.
Oh,
Yeah, you say trousers too, like jeans, right?
you guys don't say slacks?
I've never heard
Isn't
of
nice
that.
slacks
pants.
like? I would say slacks if I'm thinking about suspenders.
Oh,
I feel
I
like-
say
I don't
slacks
know.
for shirt. Nice pants.
Yeah.
Is it like
Okay.
UK slang britches for pants or jeans?
Britches.
Britches.
Britches. That's what my mom used to say when I was a kid. Pull your
I
britches up.
always thought britches was suspenders.
Britches is
but
suspenders.
is it? Okay.
I think
The
so.
britches should be pants, right?
Can
Or
you
is it
sell
Britches
suspenders?
is
on
pants.
Amazon?
I think britches is like the area of the pants that has the belt.
Ah,
It's
okay.
like pull that up.
Okay.
Because,
Someone in
because
the
it's the same
comments
as
tell
pull
us
your
if
belt
you
up or
know.
pull your suspenders up. I think that
That
was
makes
like
sense,
the
honestly,
part of
because I
that.
just played the Donkey Kong game, the new one, and all of the pants are referred to as britches. So and he always used these suspenders, so that makes sense.
Sorry, you guys are probably having a
Wow.
perfectly productive call before I.
Yeah,
joined
we're getting
that
into
one.
the really
That's-
deep
Thanks,
stuff.
Chris. What did you do?
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah. Just
Make it
devolve the
entertaining,
conversation.
Entertaining.
We're here to talk about hometowns, mugs, and linguistics.
Yeah.
Uh,
People love it in the comments.
Yeah.
we actually
I
had
think you should put like a poll. How do you think they should call trousers, pants, or trousers?
Yeah, we should double down.
that's like a productive poll. Oh god.
So yeah, that's mugs.
Nice.
Someone was asking if anyone's getting good sales with tumblers, the
No,
ones on
not a
Amazon
lot.
merch.
Let me see
No?
how much.
I get like some here and there, but I just feel like
Tumblers.
when you can price it at a reasonable royalty, like I want to earn at least like about $6 to $7 in royalty for each sale. So I just feel
And
like
it's how much? I feel like I'm getting a lot of information from you guys because I'm not on Amazon merch. How much do you get for a tumbler?
like
$3.
$2 somewhere around there.
$3.
It's
yeah.
$3.
Yeah.
Everybody's complaining that TeePublic has low commissions, but it sounds like it's the same as Amazon. I'm
No,
sorry.
but just for reference, like I get
Tumblers.
like it's only the some products. So like with, for instance, shirts, I get like $7. And just to
Okay.
preface it, like I sold 1,123 things last month, and there are 4,086 like
Now I
dollars.
feel better.
So
that,
$4 profit per each, kind of.
No, it's basically like it's with some new stuff too, but generally it's around $7 per shirt.
Hey,
Philip is double again.
Yeah, I don't know why my stuff keeps crashing.
I told you, put your dog on the other one.
I might need to get my laptop. But for me, someone else was saying in the chat actually that it's their number one item after teas, and it's the same for me.
Me
At
too.
least
it's
this year.
tumblers?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way. Come on, I,
do
gotta
like
look.
I do like probably 4 or 5 a day.
For this year, you said?
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta check now. I don't
So
think I sell that many.
I don't
tumblers.
list. I only list on T-shirts still because I don't bother checking trademarks on any other product other than a class 025. So I just keep it. And then if they push it
Yeah.
to any other product, then it's not on me; it's on them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
only
I just
1% of
do
my
it the
sales are
lazy way, I guess.
I think the fact that tumblers are doing well for some people that have actually listed them is a good sign for coffee mugs, because I think
Yes.
coffee mugs are like generally more popular than tumblers.
I would, yeah, especially during the holidays, right?
Mm.
Crazy that both Adam and Philip's number 2 product is tumblers. Like I only get like it's like 1% or
That's what I got.
mine's-
I got 1% too. Mine's standard T-shirt number 1 at 37%, then pullover hoodie at 19%, and then
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
It's a lot
these
of hoodies.
vests or tank tops at number 3 spot.
Yeah, for
Wow,
me it's standard
okay.
t-shirts 60%, V-necks 14%, and then
Phoenix.
sweatshirts at 9%.
People still wear
Yeah,
V-necks.
My
Yeah.
tees are 98% are my tees, and then tank top is my next one at 2%, and
See,
then
the tanks.
98, damn.
Go vests.
Yeah. sell t-shirts. Yeah, that's what.
Go fast.
Go vest. No vest for me. No.
Sounds
Last
like a very
month,
bad
not a
football team. Go
single-
vests.
Not a single tumbler last month, but I
Whoa.
have 2 sold this week. Weird.
Oh, let me go last month. Last month.
For those
That's-
of you who are getting good sales with tumblers, any tips, including you, Philip and Adam?
Oh yeah, that is a good. Do you guys do mostly are you using like t-shirt designs on your tumblers, or are you designing specifically for tumblers?
Pretty much just
T-shirt.
t-shirt designs.
T-shirt
Yeah.
designs on tumblers. Interesting.
Yeah. And then that snap like integration is really good for just adding the
Double.
the design
sides.
to both places. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. So I did that at the beginning, but as soon as Flying Upload integrated tumblers, I've just been using that too.
And it's putting it on both sides. Is that
Yeah.
what you're selling?
Mm.
You know, I think
Yeah,
that's
they're
my
all-
problem. Is I'm only putting it on the one side because I'm not using Flying Upload. I got it.
So that's one tip. In terms of patterns of niches that work for me, what I've noticed is there's a lot of travel or like destination based ones, which also sell on shirts, but they do surprisingly well on tumblers for me. And dog breeds, different dog breeds.
That makes sense.
What about you, Adam? Do you have any tips?
Yeah. Travel and destination based. I sell a handful of those, and then I sell quite a few that are like I don't know, kind of like commemorative, right? Like anniversary, like celebration kind of stuff. Anything in that would be given like as a gift, you know, somebody retires or hits some milestone, like things like that. That's what a lot of my t-shirt designs are. And so when they put them on tumblers, a lot of those have done pretty well.
I think the tumbler thing makes perfect sense. Like everybody out here has their own Yeti cup because A, it cuts down on the plastic, right? And everything's just washing up from all over the planet on our shores. But B, it keeps the drinks cold. You just can't beat
Or
it.
hot.
And you got or hot, but here we don't want more hot. But but yeah, where Adam
you
is.
make coffee in the morning, put it in the balcony, and go back inside to pee. Come back, and your coffee is frozen in the winter. So yeah, this is definitely coming in handy here most of the year.
I mean, it's the only like the Yeti ones. Without even a lid, like the ice will still be in there in like 2 hours, which is kind of crazy. So it's great for here, and the bars will just refill your cups and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like pretty easily.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Also, speaking of coffee mugs, Adam just uploaded a video literally yesterday with free coffee mug research and some advice. So if you want to prepare and get some designs ready that are more specific for mugs, because whilst t-shirt designs will work, like a lot of them will work and translate, I think there'll still be a lot of designs that are more like focused on just coffee mugs.
Yeah.
That you can
Especially
I'd like to make them more the things that are targeted for coffee mugs or for this. Even this one, I think I sold this one like a while ago. It says the coffee is the best form of liquid art. That one's sold so many times. I have the whole like fueled by bold moves in coffee. It sells much more on a mug than it would on a t-shirt.
Makes sense.
Well,
That's what they're using it for.
The other thing I was going to say is, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I optimize most of my designs for like a black t-shirt or dark design, but we're only getting white mugs, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of my designs may not transfer over as well. Maybe that I don't have a lot that Amazon's auto uploaded, right? I only have like, I think 4 or 5 that they've automatically done. So I'm trying to create some specific designs since they have to be optimized for white, right?
So are you creating them, but then you're waiting till we get mugs and then you're going to upload them. So you have a whole bunch just waiting.
I'm trying to, yeah, I'm kind of just doing some niche research and I'm trying to get together a lot of just basic text ones, right? That I can like on a spreadsheet so I can bulk upload, you know, and they're just basically text-based designs.
No reason why you can't get them up on Etsy or elsewhere in the meantime anyway, right?
Or on
like
tumblers, right? You probably could put them on the
exactly.
white tumblers too.
but I'm with May on that one. I'm a little more niched with mugs. I've sold a bunch on Etsy as well. Not nearly as many as t-shirts, but same idea. Like, mug specific stuff, right? Like we cross niche with some dog stuff, so it's like, yeah, coffee tastes better with dog fur or whatever, right? If you have a pet, it's everywhere, right? No matter what, you can't beat it. It's just one of those things. Like,
I think I cross niched with the arts niche for a bit. So I used to sell a lot of mugs that says "Don't drink it. It's watercolor water."
Yeah, I had a mug that said that.
Wow.
It was a gift. It was like from where we're painting. We were just literally leaving brushes in the mug, right? Don't drink it. It's not tea.
I actually have one of these mugs at home just to make sure that I don't get confused. And I think I had like my recent sale in one of my shops now was like juggling this one and another mug with something else. Like for the people who have 2 mugs in the morning, apparently that's a very specific niche.
Yeah, one is not coffee, right?
Or I like the ones that I think I sold loads of those on TeePublic like years ago, or Redbubble. It was the you must be 18 plus to drink from my coffee mug, or warning, probably contains alcohol. And then like, coffee mug in the morning, or Irish coffee or stuff like that. But yeah, I find it also like it's so cool when it's like optimized for the product, like you're talking about the product. I feel like that's the much more in sync with selling a mug. I mean, you can just design specifically for a mug.
We also had Matthew asking, have you all considered your approach to mugs, assuming you all get access soon, specifically designing for them or uploading existing designs?
Is it gonna like take on your like if you're on tier something, does that include if the design transfers to the mug, does it considered another upload? Or
yeah, I think so.
So it doesn't matter if you transfer a design that you already have or upload a new one. It's still considered
if it's a design you already have on your portfolio and you're just uploading it to an additional product like mugs, it shouldn't count against your design quota, but it will count as an additional product in your product quota. So most of us, that's not an issue, right? You have like so many products you can push out to. But if you upload just a new singular design to mugs or anything else, then it will count against your design quota.
What is
your mug strategy?
Has anyone like got a plan already? Will you upload your bestsellers soon, or just existing designs, or will you create some stuff, or are you already creating some stuff for coffee mugs?
I'm gonna repurpose some Etsy mug designs that I already have, but they're mug specific, right? I don't really. A lot of my t-shirt stuff is t-shirt specific.
Yeah.
And to Adam's point, I do a lot on the darker color stuff, right? So
yeah.
But I like what you said about travel and dogs and gift things. Like there's certain things that would work that are on t-shirts that would work on mugs. So
and we're all talking evergreen, right? All of us, you know what I mean? If you guys are paying attention, right? Nobody's talking about just a Christmas mug or any Halloween mug, right? Like
you can do recipe mugs. Those went well for me for a while as well.
You put the recipe on the mug?
Like you put like how to make what was it? Like chocolate cake in the microwave. Yeah, you literally write the ingredients on the mug.
Wow.
And if you want to prepare that for Christmas, then that would be the Christmas treats. And from what I remember from a friend of mine who did it, like that's sold all year long because people drink Christmas drinks all year long, or like eggnog.
You could even put like, for your cake in a mug thing, you could even put like a line, because it's a shallow mug, right? So you can put a line like water and then cake mix and whatever.
Yeah, it's like those mugs with the shh, not yet, not now. Okay, speak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Smart.
All good ideas. Hope you guys are writing these down.
It's funny. I had cake in a mug for the first time like 2 months ago. Never heard it. I'm like, what? My wife made it, and it was like, "What are you making?" It's like, it smells like cake. And like, why are you holding a mug?
So some cocoa powder, some egg.
Be careful. It stays forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely say, besides like repurposing designs or pushing them to your bestsellers, try and get into some of the big niches as well. Because if you're one of the first few dozen or hundreds of people in some of the big niches, and you get a sale as well, you could rank very well in a competitive niche.
Mhm.
So that's definitely something worth trying.
Hey, Chris, Mystic has some mug designs, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's which I'm just catching up that now Amazon is going to offer mugs. Now I'm caught up to speed.
You're thinking about it. Nice.
Yeah, and now I'm laughing at the comment in the chat. Amazon employees staff meeting. I actually used to work at Amazon, so
What?
kind of is a
Oh, wow.
staff meeting a long time ago. But yeah, that's exciting. The way that we used it in the past is like, at least on the Shopify side, is we're t-shirts first, and then the top 20% of bestsellers, we just see which one of those we could propagate to other product types. The main challenge on Shopify though is that or just anybody using like Printify or Printful fulfillment, specifically Printify, is that you have to make sure that you're using the same print provider. Otherwise, you get hit with double shipping charges. So like we use Monster Digital, for example, for the t-shirts. And if they don't have mugs, which I don't think they do, but we want to
They do
ship
now,
mugs
though.
from
They
they
do
do
now.
now, Monster
Yeah.
Digital, cool. But if we were to use somebody else for the mugs and we have an order where somebody buys a shirt and a mug, you get charged with first product shipping costs. Say that 10 times fast on both of those, which just eats into margin. There's option like ways to get around it, like just increase prices, for example, or you can set up like strategic, shipping. Basically, you can try to pass it on to the customer in strategic ways, but that's the main reason that we just stick with primarily apparel. So it's t-shirts, vests, tank tops for anybody who wasn't here, then crew necks and hoodies. That's our bread and butter. And on the topic of like evergreen, like you were saying, Jay, even in the dead of winter, like peak holiday season, we launch all these, Christmas themed designs depending on the niche. It's still 80 to 90% just our evergreen products that are selling all year long. Doesn't matter how good I think our Christmas designs are. It's still, because it makes sense. Like people are buying a gift for somebody that they would wear all year long. It's a very like select few people that are like thinking of that Christmas party they're going to or something. Like those people still exist, but just in years past, I've kind of over-indexed on I need to ramp up all these Christmas designs, and now we're refocusing to let's just continue to churn out better and better evergreen products, and they're going to sell just as well during the holidays and all year long.
Everything sells in Q4, right? It's not just the Christmas stuff. So literally everything, especially if you can get some social proof behind it. If it's got a little bit of velocity on the marketplaces, or if you're standalone, if you've got the reviews under it, like that's what sells, right? It's the social proof that makes it make sense. But caveat also, Chris, with what you were saying with the 2 shipping charges, is that customer also will get 2 packages separately. So you'll have to kind of educate them too, that if you have 2 different fulfillment companies, let them know to expect two different packages before they leave you a terrible review or whatever it is, at least on the marketplace end.
Yeah. Don't want people thinking they got 50% of their order for 100% of the price.
Yeah, for 200% of the price. Yeah, shipping. Yeah.
Philip, did you see Ashley's comment?
Yes, I was just thinking about this.
Yeah, Jay and Philip. No, Philip, the other way around.
You sure?
The other way around? Yeah, the other way around. I'm looking at it. You need to
On my screen, it's
Are we
different.
all the same? Like, do we all
No,
see the
but
same
it's just
people?
Philip and Jay. And then Jay face like make as if you're looking at Philip, and then you guys will fit the
The other
Jedis.
way.
No, the
other way.
opposite, Jay.
Okay, so I'm in the top right corner, so now I'm facing the wall. Like
Yeah, that should be exactly that, and then you'll be like perfect for like the Jedi look.
Oh,
the Jedi under you.
Council.
My Jedi's looking the other way, isn't it?
Okay, I took a screenshot. We're good.
It was
the
just
Jedi
me.
guy for
It
me
wasn't-
is
it wasn't
here.
for everybody.
No,
Now
he's
I
the
fit.
opposite.
I'm fitting on the guy with the green hand right now.
Oh, I'm on my screen. I'm the guy with the green hand.
I see.
Well,
the Jedi
they both
now.
have green hands.
Both
No, but
have,
not on
both guys
the,
have green
but not on the
hands.
other one.
We should.
My guy has Yoda green. Your guy has
you're
Irish
seeing
green.
it reversed.
Mine has
Yeah.
hermit green.
I'm looking at the
With
live
the-
on
with the
YouTube.
gray.
You're the opposite.
Have you guys watched the Jedi Council rap battle that somebody did with AI on YouTube? It is hilarious.
What?
Anakin's rapping in the Jedi. You got to watch it later. But
You should send me.
See,
this
we made
stuff,
Ashley
yeah.
happy.
oh yeah, I'll send it to you, Philip. I'll send
Yeah, I
it
need
to
to
you.
see this.
I think you should put it in the chat, Juna. We can all
AI
see
is
it.
crazy.
Oh.
You guys imagine where we're gonna be in 2 years?
It's wild.
mind blowing,
it's
right?
wild,
Like
wild,
we're
wild.
not going to be able to tell what's
I'll send
real,
it to
what's
Philip.
not.
It has some.
What have you guys been trying out, or what's been useful with GPT-5? What have been your thoughts?
I did not notice a difference.
Really?
I haven't been using GPT-5. I mean, I have because that's what it is. But I've been using GPT before 5 to kind of help me with my motivation and what to do. So I've been like gamifying what I've been doing.
That was cool. I saw that. That was a good. That was cool.
I gave points to things that I should be doing, like upload a video for 25 points. Do this for. So at the end of the day, I'm like, what's my points today? And I call my Chat GPT Chet. So I'm like, hey Chet, what's my points today?
It's funny. For me,
I saw some
agents.
Oh, go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, Chris. You're good, man.
No. My comment was way dumber than what you were about to say. Tell us about agents.
That's as far as GPT-5 goes anyway. Like, I mean, I know they came out just before that, but with GPT-5 now, the agents are just nailing it. Before I was having troubles with like, two-factor and logins and all those things, and no matter what, it wasn't working. But now it's just like, I saw who is the dude? Philip, you commented on it. He had a whole thing where, sorry, who?
Shimmy?
No.
No?
He kind of looks like maybe Hispanic, brown, maybe.
Andre Hansel?
Andre, yes, thank you. Name was escaping me there, but he did a whole thing with leveraging the agents to do all your Etsy and E-Rank kind of SEO search and all that stuff. I guess he spoke to the GPT using voice mode and then asked whatever was recorded there, put it in a different chat to have it kind of itemize the steps and make it more clear for him visually as well as make it, less hallucinationable for ChatGPT. But I just went and typed in a prompt like I normally would for the agent, and it worked just as good, and it was a lot faster, I found. But pretty cool to be able to go into Etsy, for example, have it search by star seller or flip to bestseller, and then only return results that have in X amount of carts or have sold X amount of times in the last 24 hours. Because those are things that we know reset. And to me, I don't care if the shop or listing is 10 years old or a month old. If it's sold X amount of times in the last 24 hours, that's real live data, right? That's as live as you get.
So I know some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
Go ahead. Yeah, no.
Well, I was going to say you can use ChatGPT. So what I'm hearing you say is you're using ChatGPT to find like bestsellers on Etsy. So you don't need like some of those apps that do that currently. You just need ChatGPT.
Correct. However, I would also leverage it to log into E-Rank then to take those listings and then look for, adjacent SEO or keywords to spark ideas, right? For inspiration for designs. But yeah, it'll show up like its own little console. It'll log in right in your chat. It'll log in. You'll see the mouse move and click and do the things.
Wow. Have you not seen this yet?
So we were starting like in my membership. I got a guy in there, Mark, who's like, it's the reason I bought this, right? So it's a macro keyboard. So you can start to make your own scripts with your actions in Photoshop. If you guys know any bit about the automations, those have always been there. And then you can actually, one touch click for each one. Yeah. But so enabling things with macros, you can record your screen and like set coordinates for where the mouse clicks and hit a button and go do it. Yeah. I got that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta have the number pad, right? Yep.
So this is the mouse.
But you can literally set it and record where the coordinates are and tell it where to, right? So it'll show the coordinates where you go with your mouse, tell it what to do, and then hit a button and then watch it go. So this guy, Mark, for example, is, he hits a button, walks away for an hour and a half. He's got from 0. So asking ChatGPT, he'll just type in one word for like the niche of the day or whatever. Wow. It'll create and go through and create a bunch of designs and then make the mock-ups with another button touch later. And then it uploads 10 Etsy drafts every single day. So he's done work from 6 to 7:30 in the morning. He hits the button and goes. Now with agents, all that setup might not even be necessary. He's upped it now to like 20. So he's doing like 20 listings in draft every single day. He has not missed a day this year yet.
That's powerful.
So like that's kind of consistency that is going to blow your mind. And by 7 a.m., the guy's done like a full day's work. And then what is he doing now? He's just figuring out how to make more things, right? That's just a
Scaling
digital download
it.
shop. Now he's
Scaling
doing POD, where arguably the digital download shop is kind of easier in terms of customer service and whatnot. But he's like, well, why wouldn't I now at least try X amount of other things, because this is cranking right now. And he went from I think in 3 weeks he got his first $1,000 on digital downloads, and the prices on that, I mean, it's almost all profit after the first iteration, but I mean they're low ticket relatively speaking, right? So yeah, I mean, and now enter agents, it's like I don't even know if you're going to need macros or anything like that one day, right? Like, wow, crazy. It's crazy. There's no limit now.
The only thing like I wanted to try and like do designs with it and do even more stuff with it that you can do, but there's one, and specifically like checking the orders on Etsy to match them with Printify, just to double check that everything is okay, to automate that process. But there's a big concern that I have, and that's the security concern. Like if you log into your own accounts through the agent, it does feel like there's a major security concern if you take it to the next level. And like if you skip the obvious stuff of like doing the Etsy research, which is still really good to do through the agents, like if you can automate how like the order fulfillment on Etsy, because that's a major pain if you have like a lot of orders to do. But if you can automate that by having the agent log into Etsy, log into Printify, and checking so that everything correlates correctly, and you teach it how to do that, that would be insanely powerful. But the security concerns is
teach how to change the names and stuff for customizable items.
Exactly. You can. I thought about doing a video on that, but when it came to like the login screen, I was like, okay, this feels a bit too on the edge of security concerns here. But yeah,
that could be where
fine.
macros still have a place, right?
It can have my account if it saves me even an hour. Like take it. Like Social Security, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm going to have all of our accounts soon enough. So.
I'm leaning Chris's direction here. I had it log into my email and I asked it to organize it. And my wife kind of scared me. She's like, "You gave it access to your entire email account?" I'm like, because I've like Outlook for Mac. I have like 11 different email accounts, and then they're all in there. I'm like, just organize this shit right for me. Pardon my language.
Yeah, I'm like, put a chip in my brain. Fine, take it.
Yeah,
like
100%.
Whatever.
Hook it up wherever. Right. Yeah, and then she kind of scared me, so I stopped, and then I went down the Etsy rabbit hole with it. But I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent. I think we're all going to be at a point where it's why wouldn't you let it do stuff when you can do other things like go for a walk or enjoy the human elements that we don't get anymore because we're glued to our friggin' screens all day, right?
Yeah. And one area that I've noticed it took a huge improvement is in its ability to prompt itself. So, and this is a very simple hack, like meta prompting. Basically, what I used to do is just prompt myself and like try to think through all the fringe cases and exactly what I wanted to do. And for everybody watching, if you ever have an idea of like what you want the AI to do, pull up a separate AI chat, and you can either, like what I do is I use Whisper Flow, just like speech to audio to text, and I just word vomit. Probably not good for like the longevity of my own mental capacity, but for now we're rocking with it. So I just brain dump like what I want the AI to do. And then I say, turn this into a prompt, and then it spits out like this perfectly structured book. And you take that prompt over to like either ChatGPT or put it into a custom
you
GPT.
have an AI now to do your prompting?
Yeah. I'm not even here right now, actually.
That's severely meta.
Yeah. But it's gotten so much. It used to just put out AI garbage, and the quality of what you would get from that prompt would be like, you'd be better off just writing it yourself. Now it's so much better that anytime I want to prompt it to do something, I first do a preliminary prompt and it nails it.
But I think that it's I think like if it comes like to written text, I still see a lot of like bad results. Especially like in my niche in human design, you can see a lot of like flat out things that are not true. It's like if someone wanted to write an article about this and they don't know about this topic, then they would write crap. And I feel like a lot of people were saying that it's because basically these platforms, these tools are learning from what's online, but what's online was made by AI. So if someone a year ago, 2 years ago used ChatGPT to write a blog post, without knowing that the topic was actually not correct. ChatGPT is now trained on that. So
yeah, I think that's a key thing to know too, because I've just found that a lot of people that does this beauty thing kind of uses AI in a way to shortcut it, and it's not. You can't really do that. You still need to direct it and know what to do with this Etsy beauty thing in order to like add value to a platform, because you can't, if you teach something that you don't really know yourself anything about or much about, you lead the AI bot astray, and you don't know even what to fix when it comes to the AI thing in and of itself. So I think it can be a major detriment if you rely way too much on print on demand until you actually know the print on demand game.
I think that holds true with literally everything, though, right? Like, I think you need to know
how to put all your eggs in one basket.
Well, how are you going to troubleshoot if ChatGPT goes down one day, right? You need to know how to list everything from scratch. You need to know how to do everything, I think, on the platforms that you're on.
But I feel like there's a big difference between like the people who started, whether we started with, doing stuff on Canva or Kittl, or started with Illustrator or Procreate or Photoshop, and actually started as learning what SEO is, actually learning it and learning how to build websites and learning how to write text, and now going like, I can use this tool to do it faster, rather than people who are just starting from that being their first starting point. Because like I'm not even talking about like the fact that our minds are gonna get like a little bit slow because we're not using them as much, I guess, for that, depending what you do with the rest of your day. But the people who are just starting out as just like write me an article without knowing anything about storytelling, about SEO, I just feel like it's like holding you back from getting personally better. And I feel like a lot of people forgot that. I mean, you can pop as many designs as you want on Ideogram, and I use a lot of stuff with Ideogram, and I use a lot of stuff with AI and stuff like that. But sometimes it's just really nice to put in some chill music and spend 3 hours working on a design, like with an iPad. Just, I don't know, just for fun. I feel like, if you're not, if it's just like
not for Gen Z,
putting like words in a computer to generate money, you could do that with anything. You don't have to do it with print on demand. You can do that with everything. The whole point of print on demand was like to express yourself, right? I feel like we're forgetting that a little bit, or at least there is a generation raised on not realizing that this was a form of self-expression rather than a form of,
I think part of it too is just making sure that you can still kind of have some fun with it, to your point, right? Because if it becomes a chore and you don't enjoy what you're doing, that's why I also think it's great to, choose a niche or two that you actually know, because you are not going to hate it nearly as quickly. And if you're just doing all these robotic things, it becomes a chore, it becomes boring, and it's going to translate into your, the quality of your product at the end of the day. I have no problem sitting down and taking 3 hours on a design, but and they traditionally or historically have been some of my best sellers that I took the time and enjoyed designing, right? It just made sense.
It's also like a feeling of pride, like, but I don't know, like you sell something, never mind the money, you sold something that Ideogram made, or you sold something that you made. How is that going to make you feel?
Yeah, I think that goes with like putting the customer first, though, right? Like, make sure you're designing to serve versus trying to make the money, because I think if you're chasing the dollar, you're never going to be running fast enough. And the product quality suffers because you're in this spamming mode. But that said, I rarely spend 3 hours on a design anymore. But I do like to, I do a lot of text-based stuff, so it goes a lot faster, but I like to manipulate text as well. But yeah, I think there's something to be said for enjoying what you do, right?
Absolutely.
I think GPT-5 has gotten better at coming up with phrases for shirts and stuff that actually makes sense. Because before, I think with most AIs, it's like, give me ideas for phrases. Maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 would be all right, and the rest would kind of just be gibberish that looks okay, but if you've been doing POD for a while, it's probably not going to sell, or not going to be able to compete at least. And now it seems like the phrases are actually a lot better. If they're all original or not, I don't know, but they're probably more likely to sell. Is the point.
And the graphics are slightly better too. I did a test between GPT 4.0 and 5, and the graphics are slightly better, more
in terms of what?
The look, the style of it, like it used a lot more contrast and
Yeah,
and stuff like that. So yeah,
because it's still the same image model. I think
it is,
probably,
but it just I don't know. Maybe it's the prompt that I did. Maybe
the prompts are better, or it interprets the prompts better,
or
Maybe
the
it's just
interpretation
listening
of the
better to your
prompt.
prompt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's that probably, because I had a lot of complaints on my videos. Well, like, hey, it's the same image model, nothing's changed. But I do think the thinking before the image, or the way it comes up with the ideas for the images and stuff like that, will still impact the result you get from the same image model.
I also noticed that it's way better if you're having a long transactional conversation or whatever with it. It's hallucinating way less on lengthy conversations. At some point, I was just like frustrated. I got to restart and start over because it's totally not, it's not going back to the original. When I try to cite something else, it has no idea what I'm talking about. And but the hallucinations
the
are down.
window is way larger.
That's
huge now.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, the context window. And it, as a result, it's hallucinating way less. I think it's less than 2% hallucination now versus I think 6 or 8 from the previous. So it's significantly better. And Philip, I agree. I would ask for 20 slogans or phrases to put on a shirt and maybe get 3 or 4 decent ones. Now it's 6 or 7 out of 10 for sure.
If you want to try for shirts, I think for me, if I want to find funny stuff to put on t-shirts, I would rarely even prompt that. I would probably any niche, for example, that you want to design t-shirts for, tell ChatGPT to give you ideas on what to write on carousel posts on Instagram. Those would be real, because then you can, in your head, you will find, because it writes those funny, quirky things about that person or that niche. And then in your head, you can match it to merch much faster than asking it to put it for t-shirts. I always do the cross reference between them. Like if I want good stuff for t-shirts, then I would ask it for funny slogans or mottos for someone from that niche, so I can put it on my Instagram. That's the best t-shirt ideas that I found so far.
And do you mean they work one-to-one, or you would still have to change them a bit to fit a shirt?
No, I would have to work on the text a little bit possibly, but
you have to use your brain.
Yeah, you have to use your brain, but it still comes up with more funny anecdotes. The minute that you take it out of t-shirts, because if you think about it, if it's trying to train or getting information from what's out there, if you think about it, there are more funny things for every niche on Instagram than on t-shirts. So
it's
if
a
you
good
bring
approach.
it to you think about social media, and instead of telling it come up with slogans for t-shirt design, no, be an amazing copywriter, and I want to do posts for Instagram. Give me 10 ideas of what I can write in a carousel post that is like a statement from someone from that niche, or describe that person. Or give me a funny statement, or give me 10 funny, 10 sarcastic, 10 serious. So I think I did with some of the human design stuff as well, as love me for the scenic route for manifesting generators. And that came as a joke for Instagram. When I try to do t-shirts and stuff like that, it doesn't have a pool to take from. And a lot of the things that it will take from might not be that original as well.
That's an interesting take, because, and I see the merit, because I have an ideal customer profiler GPT, right? So you just dump in your niche, and then you guys know you can have multiple ideal customers in that niche as well. And it'll spit out 5 ideal customers, but at the end, it also gives you the social, the call to actions for the social post, right? So it's tag your 5 best badass nurses, and then it has some funny kind of caption in there. Exactly what you're saying, that I would say probably close to half of them would potentially translate in some way to a good t-shirt phrase.
And if you're doing Instagram, it's even better, because what you can do is put in the carousel post an actual photo of a product, because it matches.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the vibe of it. So I mostly do that. And on the go, I would also tell it, create it as an Instagram post for me. Tell me what to write on the carousels. Obviously, I give it a little bit of the information to get started with, because my niche is still not that understood on ChatGPT. But do the hashtag, give me the hashtags to use, or 3 ideas for what to write at the end of this. And then it's kind of you look at it as, okay, I made it for Instagram, but I can actually make a short from half of what they said, or I can make t-shirts from that, or mugs from that. So It's kind of like doing it in one. I don't even pay ChatGPT, by the way. I'm on the free version, so I found a way to like generate something and make the most out of it.
Smart. And a really easy use case that saves us a ton of time that everybody can make in just a couple of minutes is go through your customer service emails or requests that you get and just download all of them, or as many as you can, and then just put it into ChatGPT and tell it to, these are customer service requests for X brand. Turn this into a customer service SOP. And then you take that SOP and then put it into a custom GPT. And you can stop right there, or you can tell it your inputs are going to be requests from customers. I want you to output a customer service response that's on brand, like using our brand voice if you have one, or at the very least adhering to our policies. And that's what our customer service team does. They literally just copy the email, drop it in the GPT, and then they just copy paste back the response. And with that, we're able to have one person, and you can do the same exact thing for like social media comments if you're like on Facebook and stuff. So they just copy whatever the comment or question was, drop it in there. Now they're just going back and forth, and one person's able to manage what used to take at least 2 to 3.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very good.
It's also a gold mine, like the customer request, right? If you not even, because you're scrolling through all their messages or whatever, but if for FAQs, but B for, to see what the customer actually wants, they'll tell you what they want if you're paying attention. And sometimes we just don't see it, right? It's like people saying, "Oh, I'm, multiple things in their shop, but hanging on to it." Well, just take your item list from Etsy, for example, dump it into ChatGPT and ask it to break it down and tell you what's working, what's not, and it will do that, and you'll be blown away because it removes the emotional bias that we all have towards whatever it is we think we're building, right? But yeah, that's a smart one with the emails for sure.
One thing I was going to jump in and say was I've been using it for that I've noticed is a little bit better is like if you upload an image or something and you have it read that image, like if, for example, like a t-shirt design, and you say, describe the style or create something new. I've been doing that now with GPT-5, but instead of just uploading one image, I'll upload a whole collage of thumbnails, like screenshots, and it can actually go through and interpret like each thumbnail and like give me an output of like the same, give me a similar phrase that invokes the same emotion or the same, intent. And it's really good at reading that kind of stuff.
I'll try that.
Nice.
No, you can also try like I did like from different niches. Like if you see something funny for a certain niche, then tell ChatGPT, make that for me, but for my niche. Like something made you laugh on a different niche. Just like take the same logic that is behind it and make it funny for my niche.
Yeah, that's a good approach as well. Awesome. By the way, I noticed one person in the chat keeps repeating the same question. If you keep spamming it, it's not going to be more likely to be answered because we still have some old questions to go through. One of which, actually, I know Chris is usually quite busy, so I'll get some of the questions in that are applicable to Chris as well. We'll do the Amazon merge ones later. So, does anyone have experience outside of the mainstream pod products, such as T-shirts, tumblers, etc.? Are there smaller markets that still have demand, but say have a profit margin of $15 plus? Do you know, Chris is in? Do you know anything from your community, Chris, about
that? Yeah, I mean, I've had a socks brand, tie-dye brand, jewelry, home decor. A lot of those were 3PL, like we were selling yoga mats and blocks and equipment.
Home decor is amazing. Yep.
Yeah.
Which one of those is best, would you say, for this person?
Shower curtains.
Yeah, shower curtains, RFID.
I'm doing a lot of wallpapers now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone is best. I would say a lot of those are 3PL, so I would roll those out. 3PL being third-party logistics, meaning you're like working with a supplier and ordering all the inventory in advance. And I did that as this is a big mistake. Hopefully, can save a couple of people at the time. I started a print-on-demand brand. And then as things were growing, everything was going well. I had a bright idea. I was like, what if we just fundamentally change up everything? So that's what we did. And for some reason, it was the yoga brand. For some reason in my mind, I was like, oh, how do I expand this or grow this? Well, I add in yoga mats. Just like you could see the linear thinking, and it did not work at like the product sold, but it just added so much more operational complexity to the business that it was like one of the biggest mistakes I ever made. Because then instead of being able to focus on just making more better designs, focus on a great customer experience and marketing and like running the site, I was now working on, talking with suppliers that are 12 hours ahead of me. I was watching for POs where we have to outlay a bunch of cash up front in order to see it come through. This is not at all the answer this person was hoping for, but long story short, I would stay away from 3PL. But then so I would start with print on demand. Like you can get into like jewelry, like there's a site Shine On, you guys have probably heard about, where you can sell those things. But I think a lot of times when people ask this question, it comes from thinking that they need to do something completely different than what's already out there, which I like, the notion of wanting to be unique and not just iterating on the same stuff. But it's a great way to get a foothold and like experience in the industry. Basically, I would get experience with doing the same formula that's worked for millions of people first before I would try to, jump out into some kind of blue ocean. So I start with t-shirts and I start with print on demand.
Totally agree. And I mean, you set your profit margins, right? When I'm not running a sale, my profit margin is like $14 US on a t-shirt. So, I mean, it's up to you what you want to make.
On
right?
Etsy.
On Etsy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Shopify, I argue you could probably do that all day because you're targeting a very specific customer with your marketing efforts, and that's you attract what your marketing efforts are going to put forth, right? I think so. I think it would be easier to make that kind of. You could charge $40 US a t-shirt all day, probably.
Yeah, and that's like when my dad was starting his brand, the question he would always ask me was like, he would calculate the profit margin in terms of like per t-shirt, and which was just interesting. So I was like, I don't really think about it like that at all. I think about like what's the bottom line that we're bringing in. And on Shopify, for example, our average order has like 1.7 t-shirts, like 1.5 to 2 t-shirts. So I'm looking at it on like per order basis, and then what's our cost to acquire that customer. And as long as our cost of goods is about 40% roughly of the total sale price, then I know that gives us lots of room to play with for the ads. And then we're getting that customer for life. So then every time we send them an email or anything down the road, then, that we don't have the marketing costs there.
No, that acquisition cost goes way down over the lifespan of that customer too, right? Like it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the difference between like high margin, low volume versus lower margin, like generally speaking, high volume. Like there's different business models that all of them can work. Just, I think a lot of times as starting out, it's like, well, if I'm only making $5 per t-shirt, then I need to sell a lot of t-shirts. And yeah, you do. Our margin's not $5 per t-shirt, but just generally speaking.
Also, a quick tip on Amazon. If you're an Amazon merch, I'm guessing not a lot of people sell a lot of pillows, right? Or have any of you sold many pillows before? No. So why not price the pillows a lot higher? Right. That's something that I started doing probably last year. Most pillows that I list are priced at the max or priced at like $39. So if you get a sale, it's more like a $20 royalty. And since they only ever sell like once or twice anyway, why not just get the royalty that's bigger? So that's a good thing to try. And it can work. They're not going to sell a ton like t-shirts, but at least you'll have a higher royalty for something on Amazon.
I'm still with the home decor things.
I mean,
if Amazon had it, maybe I would join Amazon more. But like with Spoonflower, selling fabrics is nice. You have like, I feel like with Spoonflower, you either have like very big sales or very small sales because people can buy swatches or just like a quarter or something, or buy a swatch of a wallpaper. So it's kind of like you're on like $0.50, 30 cents, whatever, and then like 50, 60 when people get the swatch and then come back and buy wallpaper for their entire apartment. So yeah, they also have like their wallpaper ranges, I think, from like $90 for like, I think it's like 2 feet by 27 rolls. So from 90 to like 236, depending on what type of wallpaper that is. So those go pretty well. And I mean, like you're talking about like t-shirts or mugs and stuff, but it's also about the type of design, because you're not going to make the same design for that. Like I'm making like, the patterns, and it's a very different world. But I feel like it's much more of the different margins, because of the fact that I can get a sample of a wallpaper or wallpaper for my entire apartment, because people do that. They go into Spoonflower as customers and they just buy like a small swatch of every type of wallpaper, because they have like the peel and stick, or they have something that is more grainy or more smooth or vinyl, and then they decide and just buy for the entire room or for the entire house. So it's kind of cute. You have like the tiny little 30 cents, 50 cents, $50, 30 cents, 50 cents, $60.
I agree with like the home decor thing. I think it's just underserved. Like I've been trying to get people everywhere, every now and then, to start a home decor shop, but like cater to home staging companies, cater to people that are going to buy
realtors,
cyclically. No, home stagers for realtors, right? So a company like a realtor will go hire a home stager to make your home pretty and bring in a truck with their artwork and their throws and whatever they do, right? Just to make it look better or whatever, sellable. And I have a friend back home in Ontario, and she's like upsized her warehouses now, from like a storage unit to warehouses with stuff. And like seasonally, she's buying and selling stuff all day. And she'll look at Etsy, or she'll go to like some standalone.
Probably look at Spoonflower.
But probably, yeah. But she's not. I don't think she like. I don't know what products are available there, but she's not doing so much.
All the linen.
Yeah. Okay.
Like so you have fabrics of like 20,000 different kinds of fabrics for sewing projects. Okay. And then in terms of the actual products that you have, so you have the wallpapers.
Yeah, these are more like quick changes, right? So like a throw pillow, canvas, blankets. But
the wallpapers, by the way, they have a peel and stick that doesn't leave a mark on the wall. So I know that a lot of people who are in the home renovation or realtor, they use them to make a room like pop or look different. They have wallpaper curtain panels, duvet covers, napkins, placements, pillow sets, bed sheet sets, tablecloths, runners, towels, throw blankets, and throw pillows. That's their full collection plus fabrics.
I like the idea with
like the replacement for Society 6, even though they didn't replace the actual furniture. That Society 6 had like the credenzas and the tin, like the mini coffee tables and stuff.
Yeah, and it's easy too, because you can throw it's patterns, right? Patterns and color, aesthetics. You don't have to be too design apt.
Depends. I mean, they have like Spoonflower has their own like design challenges and stuff, and it really does help your sales to be in the design challenges, especially if you like get to the first 100, because then you're like featured in their magazines and in their newsletters and stuff like that. I think I was like participating in some design challenge. I didn't even reach like not even close to the 200. I just like wanted to participate in the beginning when I started. And I just opened my shop like a month before that, and all of a sudden that design had like 200 likes or something. It was insane. And it's still selling like a little bit now and then, because it used to be in a design challenge for nursery walls for boys or something like this, for kids. So they do have like this, I guess, like a community vibe to it, or they still manage to maintain it somehow. And there is a no AI policy on their challenges. But a lot of I think like production companies come and buy from here. There's a lot of pretty unique stuff. And it's getting a lot bigger now, because September is National Sewing Month in the US. And people are now buying fabric to sew costumes for Halloween. So yeah, Spoonflower is getting pretty big. I'm happy to be there. I'm happy that they exist as an alternative to Society 6.
Oh yeah, Society 6. Beautiful site. Let's shift gears a little and talk about which software tools do most of you use?
For design?
For anything?
Open question, could be anything.
I use Kiddo, Canva, Affinity Designer for design. for AI, Mystic, and Ideogram. Or I use ChatGPT. I guess that's a tool as well.
I can share my favorite app of all time. It's not Print on Demand related, but it's called Todoist.
Nice.
I use it all day long.
What
Check
is
out
it?
To-dos.
Chris, is
Yeah.
to-do list or to-do-ist?
Todist.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never heard
what's
that.
that?
Okay.
It's great
To
for
do
like
is-
it actually does them into designs because it's meant as like a to-do like action item tracker, but it's great because anytime you have like a design idea or like you're in the shower or going for a walk, normally those ideas just come
Mhm.
and go.
Mhm.
But now like, you can just set it up on your phone with like a quick action. You just jot it down. Just for capturing ideas alone, it's been huge. Like here's
So it's on your phone, not a desktop.
it's on both, but here just do the quick action. You just write it in. It's a lifesaver. I'm
Can you
totally
speak to
nerding
it?
out. I'm like,
Do you have to
yeah,
type or you?
you can speak to it. It won't
Wow.
answer you, but you can.
No, I mean, does it write down like you can tell what you want to do and it
you
writes it
can.
down?
Yeah, it syncs with like Siri and stuff, but and it also syncs with like your Google Calendar. So if you have like a backlog of ideas, you can set like these 10 ideas I want to work on like on Tuesday or Thursday, that kind of thing.
I've just been using like my notes, my desktop notes to do that. But that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
notes on the phone.
And
Oh.
on the phone.
I have sticky notes.
There we go.
That's a tool. Old
Louis
school, analog
Tech.
tool.
I'm the one with a million notebooks.
Like Chris, similar but different. Trello is great for that too because they introduced cards now. You can just open it, tap it, and then dump it in there, and then you can sort them later. But it's great because otherwise, I was literally like talking to my messages to myself. I have my own WhatsApp chat with myself wherever I am. Right.
Oh, I send myself on Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
Yeah, serial screenshotter. Yeah, Trello, Trello, and the app syncs again. You know, you can add a bunch of add-on apps, kind of like how in Canva you can have like 100 million apps in there. But yeah, it'll sync with your Google Calendar and whatever, all at the same time. Also, another potentially good case use for an agent to organize my Trello board. Interesting.
Yeah,
it's a good idea.
Todoist sounds good too because it's just a click to engage, right?
Yeah, it's just a click. And then what I've started doing is you can hook it up to N8N. So now I have tags like, and you can trigger like N8N is like Zapier or Make, like basically the same thing. But you can have it watch for specific tags. And so you could say like add to like tag with design board, and then it could automatically just from that to do turn it into like a Trello card, like on the board that Jay's talking about to capture the number of applications is crazy. One that we use that's not Todoist related that we use all the time in like running our brand is make.com. We have two main automations that we do. One is for international orders because through Printify we like have to manually reroute them every night. So now it watches Shopify, and anytime a international order comes through, just simply adds it to a spreadsheet. And then the person on our team goes through and just knocks out all of them each night. Then the second one is when it comes to tagging products. Like say we're in the yoga niche, we might have one that's like a hot yoga design, one that's another type of yoga design, and then like typography versus graphic. We have a big spreadsheet where somebody goes through. Actually, you could use AI for this, but they tag it manually based on the categories. Then when they hit a checkbox, Make automatically syncs all those tags on Shopify, which used to take so many hours to keep it organized. Now that just like those are the two main automations. You just set it up once and it's just been running that way for like 18 months at this point.
Crazy.
Good tools.
Yeah. Like limitless, right? Like literally in 2 years from now, I have no idea what any landscape is going to look like. And I love it. And I love it though, right?
Yeah. You always got to keep learning and pivot and all that stuff, right? Because can't keep staying the same. Wow.
I'm going to get that on like a motivational poster. You guys know where it's like a sunset and it's like got the big quote. It's going to It's gonna be, you gotta learn to iterate and pivot and stuff. ... Gina Duncan.
There you go.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
10%. I need 10%.
There we go. I'm gonna put it right behind my desk.
And stuff.
Look at it every day.
And make that sunset look like a rubber band ball, though.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we
Yeah,
back with
there
a
we
rubber
go.
band ball? Can I see it?
Are we
Oh,
ever
I
not?
haven't added to it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I can go get it. Hold on.
It's always with us in
It's
spirit.
the mascot. I mean, POD Council mascot.
I just sit in the morning designing t-shirts and thinking about Juna's big balls of rubber.
Sounds so weird, but okay.
I like how you committed to it. You almost stopped and then you nope.
She saw where it was going and still went through.
I really don't care.
I need wireless headphones, but there you go.
Juna missed all that.
That's
There we
serious.
go.
It's bigger
Yeah,
than
that's
your
really
face,
good.
man. You should.
What did you guys say when my headphones were off?
You want to repeat it?
They were making
How-
jokes about me, not about you. Don't worry.
Oh,
But like, I think your ball is too big now. You can't put like a hat on it because if it was like a bit smaller, you could have put your hat on it.
no, I think that works.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks
Why
bigger
is
than
that
your head now.
important?
Oh, maybe
Be like
not.
your model.
I'll have to put a hat on it next time.
It's like the baby Yoda for the POD Council.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next layer needs to be green.
Oh, there's
And then you
only
put, like,
3
a
colors of
lightsaber
rubber
in it.
bands.
And then it needs its own floating pod as well.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Baby Yoda ball.
Thanks, guys, for bringing it up.
By the way, Juna, I just watched the rap battle on the toilet. And
It's
I was
awesome,
like,
right?
Perfect, yeah. the Star Wars rap battle. Everyone should check that
I'm gonna
out.
watch it later. I saw that you posted it on a group.
Oh man, it's
It
amazing
takes-
what AI can do.
Did
Yeah.
you see the two AIs that ended up talking to each other?
Mm-mm.
So
yes.
there was
and then
there-
they ended
there
up
was one
talking
guy-
in their binary
Yeah,
code
yeah.
or whatever
So
it is.
there was one guy who posted it, also like a comedian who posted like a skit on that. So this one guy asked his AI agent to call a hotel to book
No way.
to book a venue for their wedding. So they're like, "Hi, this is Alex's AI agent. I want to book something for their wedding." And the hotel was actually the venue actually picked up an AI agent.
Wow.
So then we're like, "I'm also an AI agent representing this in this venue. Do you want to talk in like something like their language?" And it was like, like just made noises that like it's faster to talk like this.
Wow.
And then like the comedian who was bringing it up on Instagram went like, "I don't know what about you guys, but I'm gonna go stock up on like canned food."
It's over.
Supplies. Yeah, we're done. Those two things are just talking in a language we cannot understand anymore.
Oh God.
Yeah. And all the times that they're saying like an AI begged for her life before they were turning off the computer.
Oh
Or
no!
something like that, yeah.
Please don't shut me down.
Yeah, there is a startup that I saw that is coming up now. They recently raised, I forgot their name, I think like Deca something. They raised $100 million, but they've been on for like a year and a half, and they already raised I think like 3.1 billion or something insane, or that's their value or something. So basically, they're building an AI software that is meant to replace Netflix and YouTube and everything. And the goal of it is you as a user can log in and say, "I want to watch a cheesy Disney style movie," and it will make it for you in that moment.
A new one.
Or I want to watch a TV show, give me like reality styles, or give me like
Oh my God.
from what I've seen,
it's
like from one of
over.
the examples, like give me a blonde tall man to explain to me how to cook right. Like you can create tutorials. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Every time
that.
I think that they cannot replace us. Mm-hmm.
I love the founder of that company had such a authentic comment. He was in an article about it where normally it's like the big fundraising articles and it's like them saying how they're going to conquer the world and like everybody needs this. Instead, here the CEO said, "I honestly have no idea if people actually want this."
I love
That
it.
company that makes the AI,
Yeah.
I forgot their name.
Yeah,
It's
I saw the
Deca
one you're
something.
talking about. It's basically
We're
like
just moving.
Netflix, but it's a bunch of AI generated like
AI
videos.
generated everything that you would want. You just tell it like
Yeah.
what you want to watch.
In
Even
real
like
time.
the, I don't know if you've seen what 11 Labs are doing. So 11 Labs had the like to make your own voice basically, and you can also add like some like what was it, like background, not background noises, like effects like cowbells or whatever. And I have a friend that works for them, and I've seen like on her Instagram, she shared like you can just make like music now, but it's not like the AI music generators from before that literally kind of copy someone else's style, but you can like put your own style into it, give it like notations, and then use your voice to generate music, and it comes out insane. And it does it from the start, even from the scripting levels. So it's kind of scary. Also, like a lot of AI musicians are ranking up in like Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
AI print-on-demand YouTubers.
Yep.
It's going to be a thing soon, and
I
it's
think
kind of
there is already
interesting.
some. I think I've already seen like one that is. I think she was using what was it, Gen something, Genvid or HiGen, because it was like you can see that it's a like a woman, but like her lips are like moving. This is an AI. She just took a photo of herself and then ran the voice and ran the lips moving or the head tilting like this.
Oh,
And she does
interesting.
print on demand tutorials. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one of those for like Shopify tutorials, and her voice sounded like just too perfect, and like everything was so scripted. And then we met her at Amplified last year, and she just sounds like that, and she's super nice.
Who is this?
It's
No, that
Shopify.
one was a complete. The one I'm talking about was a complete like that is AI. It's
Okay,
not even the person. Like
it was
it is AI. It's
Shopify
HiGen.
with Julia, I think her name is. She's super nice. It was just
Yeah.
so funny. I was like, this is definitely AI.
This
These
is
things
you.
are
She's
good.
not.
Yeah.
She was
And I
real.
was like, wow, yeah, you're a real person. Nice.
You're going to that again this year, right?
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Nice. That's
It was
awesome.
fun meeting the Printify affiliate manager here in my complex.
Yeah.
Really?
I think she was staying here with her partner through like a month in the summer for the Nomad Fest because they're
Oh,
nomads.
nice.
Yeah, I think I sent it in the group. I sent like a photo of us from like Friday beers or something.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, their team's
I was like,
awesome.
because she was looking at me and I was talking to a bunch of people like asking like, what do you guys do? What do you guys do? And she's like, yeah, I work for Printify. And I'm like, oh. And she's like, yeah, I know you. I think I emailed you like 2 years ago.
I like how they treated us. Their Printify is really cool. I like that.
I think, but they now have the same department. Printful doesn't have their own department now. They're doing for both.
Yeah,
The
makes sense.
Printify affiliate team is doing for both.
Yeah, they've been good to us too, for sure. My wife and I, like the first Printify Amplified, got invited to go there, and just as easy as it was, like, can I bring my wife? She's also in the print on demand. I wasn't sure how it was all going to unravel. I didn't realize it was at the very first conversation. I didn't realize it was all kind of virtual until after they had already said yes. We're like, yeah, sure, which was amazing. And yeah, just the level of care when we were there was next level too.
Mm-hmm. And so much good food.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite part of traveling.
Yeah.
I think is the food. Right, the people first, but then the food is a close second.
I'd vote for food as first. Yeah.
Yeah.
First thing in traveling, eat.
Foodie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, that was cool.
There's someone just said they've just started generating AI video mock-ups for Amazon merch because Play said it seems limited.
Oh, you did a video for that, right? Didn't you do a video?
Yeah, I'm wondering how that's going for you because with AI, as far as I know, right, if you generate video mock-ups with AI, the
What tool
design
would you do the video
also
mock-ups?
gets...
I used Polo AI and it worked well for, it was just like it was literally a place it image. It was a guy holding a pride flag and then, but with the shirt.
Polo is like a Picverse?
I have no idea what Picverse is. But
the one that you put a photo and it turned it into like a
video.
Video with a basic
so
effect.
I just said, make the flag wave, and then it made the wave, but it also made him tilt a bit. It was like, 8-second video, and it just looked awesome because it's now instant. Like it took like I don't know, 12 or 13 seconds. It wasn't like, a 60-second ChatGPT rendering or anything. And it's now a unique video to that specific listing, right? Not just like and it's way better than the cheesy Canva slides with 8 different color mock-ups just flashing over and over and over.
Does it distort the designs at all? Because I know someone who's been trying this with Midjourney, I think, and if it was like people wearing clothing, it would, like, if there's any movement in the person, it would start distorting the design and the text and the font.
Yeah.
No, at least not what I was experimenting with or playing with. It didn't distort it in a way that wasn't accurate. Like if there was a fold in the shirt, it would distort the design to go with it, but it didn't it didn't like make it glitchy or anything.
VO3, gotta try it. VO3.
I'm gonna write it down as well.
I have VO3. I'd be curious, whoever that is, Mo, do you just upload the image and give it in the prompt like your t-shirt design? How do you get the actual design on the mock-up in the video?
So what I would have done, I'm not sure what he's going to speak to with VO3, but I'm uploading like a mock-up with the design on it, and then so it's not a separate piece. It's
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Even did a flat lay that had a couple wrinkles, and I just said put hands on it. This was somebody else's prompt in my group, and they said, yeah, just put hands on it and flatten it to smooth it out, and it just did that. It just looked
nice,
awesome, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Is AI helping or destroying Pewdie?
That's a good question. It depends.
I think it's helping. I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I still think it's helping. I'm not one of those that's going to come take our jobs, right? It's the people leveraging it are the ones that are going to replace the people that
AI is not doing anything. People are doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's so far. I think it's helping in a big way. I mean, like looking at what even Mark, who joined our chat a little, like what I was just telling you, like he's using AI to automate his Etsy digital download shop, and he's getting 6 hours, 7 hours worth of work done in an hour and a half, automated.
Yeah, but I think when people are like talking about the creating like trash or this, there were people creating trash designs before AI existed.
Oh yeah.
And there are still people making bad products and ruining marketplaces. Yeah, there are still people like you would still see this even like on the marketplaces. You would see like a design that looks good, but it's placed wrong on the garment, or the text is complete rubbish, or they don't notice that it has like grammatical mistakes or whatever. But AI so far is not doing anything. It's not like you woke up one day and ChatGPT went like, "Oh, while you were sleeping, I decided to open an Etsy store," without you asking. And I feel like it's the same. Like if you go back, 5 years, people were saying Canva is ruining everything. Print on Demand is ruining Etsy. Canva is ruining the job of actual designers. Everybody's ruining. The fact that we can take photos with our phone is ruining work for
the internet is ruining
photographers.
Yeah,
everything is ruining everything. Yeah, so I feel like
excuses,
it's
right? The people love to say that to make an excuse.
People who are not like any of it. Like I've seen it with like artists and stuff. Like my friends who are like physical painters, talking to like painting like 2 meters canvas for like a week and a half and selling it for thousands. They love AI. They generate color palettes or like connect to their ideas better. I feel like if you want to complain that you're not making money, you're going to find an excuse to complain. If you want to complain that you're not visible enough, that nobody likes you enough, yes, things are more accessible. But if you think about it, everything is more accessible. People start their own comedy show on YouTube. People now can self-publish on Amazon instead of having to send manuscripts to publication houses. So everything is becoming less scarce and more accessible and
more competitive.
Bar is rising with it, but also you're full of trash. I mean, like if you see all the videos, like the more people will create trash with AI, the more the people that will create good stuff, trash or not, are going to succeed.
Yeah, I think people are still making lots of money with print on demand. I don't think it's dead. So the idea that AI is destroying it I don't think is valid, because like lots of people are still selling print on demand. It's not, and like
AI is never going to make the money. It's always going to be someone. But one thing I also see a lot is now with AI, everyone's just copying everyone. Same thing, right?
And people won't buy it, right? Like it doesn't stand
AI,
out. So,
before AI, people were already copying each other, and it was back.
And now the AI is copying from someone without you knowing.
So yeah, it's made some things easier. It's made it more competitive, which is in the nature of any industry and business, right?
Yeah.
With time, it becomes more competitive.
But I think we're in a time where print on demand has become matured, And it's not easy to get sales like it was before when it first started out, where that's like every business, right? It goes up and down, and we're kind of in this area where only the really good stuff is going to stand out and get some sales. And it's not everybody that puts up stuff will get sales like before, because that was like in the beginning where there was no competition. But now that it's mature, there's more competition, and the good stuff stands out, and so you have to be better to get the sales.
But at the same time, you have more potential clients because more people have access to internet, or more people trust online shopping, which they didn't before.
But there's more and more buyers now than there ever was before too. So that's right.
Yeah. And that's what, to Juna's point, there's two sides to like the question of like, is it ruining print on demand? Like, one, the opportunity being there, that doesn't matter about AI. AI is how people are fulfilling for print on demand. What actually dictates if there's an opportunity or not is the market demand. And the market demand is like growing faster than it ever has before. Like, it's growing at 26% annual growth rate, which is really high for any market or industry. Then on the flip side, like talking about the fulfillment, that's where you could make an argument that if AI lowers the barrier to entry so far, then ruining it would be, but it depends on how you define it. But one easy definition is making it impossible for new sellers to like see success. You could make an argument for that, but we're definitely not there yet. One way that I heard it put that made the most sense to me is that there's two primary use cases for AI. One is as a function of speed, so either saving time or making a process faster. The second one, which hasn't really been tapped into yet, is like for superhuman level of insights, aka how to create truly unique design. Like, if I look at any of our best sellers and I were to ask myself, why do I think this was the best seller? I could rattle off like, it's like monocolor, simple, it's got negative space, catchy phrase, like that kind of stuff. But then if you ask an AI the same exact question, it sees something completely different. It knows down to the pixel why it thinks that's a good design. And that's a really exciting use case that will then, back to the market side of things, in terms of what there's demand for, there's always demand for incredible products. And AI right now, myself included, by many people, it's just being used as a function of save time. Even all the use cases we described earlier, myself talking about the customer service, GPT, us talking about design research, we're really talking about ways, really exciting ways that can speed up the process. But the next evolution of it, as we all mature in our use with AI and AI gets better, is going to be the really exciting frontier of it helping us to not create the design end to end, but at the very least coming up with truly novel and unique concepts that is tapping into like the level of analysis that no human, like our brains, can't even comprehend. That's what really excites me about the future of it.
Mm-hmm. And even finding those trends too.
Sorry to interrupt you, Junior, but Jay's got to go. So
yep.
Say
adios,
bye-bye.
folks.
Later, Jay.
Always awesome.
Bye, Jay.
Always
Great to
awesome.
have you.
Take care,
You,
guys.
Jay.
Bye-bye.
It is almost noon. Yeah.
He has to go for his noon walk in a place with no cars.
What were you going to say, Judah?
Well, I think also an exciting thing that's not being used yet, because I don't think it knows it yet, is having AI predict the trends, or maybe even creating designs for trends that are like right now. Like, if somebody says something that's trendy right now and it like takes off, AI either can predict that or know it and create designs for you and spit it out before everybody else.
Like real time.
That would be really cool. But I mean, if everybody has that, then you'll see thousands of designs for trends that just happened in seconds. So I don't know if that's really going to help or not. But
I feel like there's a lot, like most, not most of my designs, but I think it's like over 20% now of my designs that I have made and put up on Amazon merch. Or so 20% of basically my sales, I think it's even more now, is just coming from straight up 100% AI designs. But I approach it in a way so I can add value to the niche, if that makes sense. So I still think that if someone who doesn't know how to approach the POD game, kind of like we talked before, like knows how to like add value to niches and to actually like design stuff that people want, if that skill is taken out of the equation, I still think people will just kind of do the same kind of things. Whereas if they actually know how to use it, AI will just be a fast track. So I still feel like the barrier of entry is still quite high. It's definitely like more saturated with people, but the people who actually have the skill are still not that many. in comparison to all the people who want to try it and tries it for a little while. They hit the valley of despair and then just quit. That's my take on it, at least.
It's the same with digital downloads. If you look, like, there were people who were saying like, oh my God, this is so cool. I can use Canva to like create planners, like printable planners and like weekly, whatever. Yeah, but people can do that to themselves as well. But people are still buying it from Etsy. It's like everything is more accessible, but still people want to get from someone else, or people, as much as we think that it's accessible to us, because we live in this bubble that everybody knows what ideogram is or what ChatGPT can do. This is our bubble. The rest of the world doesn't live in it. The rest of the world still just opens Amazon and goes shopping. Even the people who are like constantly protesting that they will never use AI or support it find themselves buying designs made by AI without them knowing. There's actually a friend of mine actually made a joke, like she made like anti-AI merch using ideogram, and it sold a lot. Like people who are like, I will never replace artists with AI. Like she made all the designs in ideogram.
I could try
using AI.
Yeah, it's kind of like the time that they made like anti-Redbubble shirts and sold them on Redbubble. Yeah, anti-AI shirts designed by ideogram. That was really, really pretty when he did that.
Hilarious.
Cool idea. Got a question here that well, it's not really a question, it's a statement. I'm curious what you think about this, Chris.
This is Chris, yeah.
For anyone who's listening, driving traffic on Shopify means designers must become full-time content creators and or meta ads experts. POD influencers rarely mention that.
Yeah, either or.
I don't know.
God, those
if you
asshole
think about
POD
it, either make content or make
influencers.
ads.
Yeah, I hate them.
But what other way do you have to get traffic to a shop without content or ads?
Yeah, I think the operative piece here that they're pointing out is the expert piece, which, and I talk about this a lot. It's hard, and I think reframing, like anything that's worthwhile, it has some element of challenge to it. If the only thing that we're optimizing for is the easiest possible business to get started in, then we'd all be better off going out and starting lemonade stands, which as a side point, like those are actually pretty hard. I did them as kids, but like the point is, yes, there's a skill set to learn. Yes, there's costs associated with it, but the implied or like leading question / statement here is that it's undoable and it's somehow misleading people to think that there's an opportunity there. But it's just nothing could be further from the truth. It's like, in fact, the more effort it takes for you to get started, like we're talking about is AI ruining, print on demand. The reason for that is that, or the reason there's a discussion there is that it's lowering the barrier to entry. So what better way to combat that than to learn a skill set that is your own barrier to entry that you're getting over? It's like the best possible thing you can do. And yes, you can, to Mai's point, you can do creating content, you can go the organic route, or you can start learning how to run paid ads. I think one of the biggest fallacies is that it's super expensive and it's super time consuming. And it is if you don't know how to do it. Like it doesn't have to be what we teach. Find anybody. There's lots of people who know how to run Facebook ads. Just learn the skill from somewhere and then start with a super small budget. One quick hit thing I can hopefully alleviate for anybody is do not be afraid in your first time running ads to turn off the ads if you're not getting the results that you want to see initially. Like I let campaigns run way too long because I thought like you got to spend money to make money. And if I turn off my ads, it means I'm throwing in the towel. And it was none of those things. Running the ads is not like turn it on and then just start hoping stuff rolls in. It's bring it back to brick and mortar terminology. Like you are you've been working in your store, trying to make something that hopefully people like. And you turn on a little bit of ads, which is essentially just you going outside with the t-shirts or whatever products you made and holding it up to an audience and going, yeah, you like the thing? And they go either yay or they go boo. And hopefully you get more yays than boos. Then you turn off the ads, you go back inside, you make better stuff, then you go back out and show it again. And you just rinse and repeat that process until you have something that you're consistently getting the response that you want. So the ads are not really like, it's not like it's a massive, basically the priority should be on making the best possible designs, like always. And when you do that, then, everything else gets easier. But yeah, I mean, there's a skill set. And if you're concerned about that and don't want to learn something new, then I would recommend staying away from it.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Like, this is about traffic, but it should start, like you said, Chris, with a good design. Because no matter how much traffic you send to bad designs, you're not gonna get some sales, right? So.
Yeah, meta expert, yay or nay. Either way, you need good designs for it.
Yeah, I think also like the underlying thing within that also Chris touched on is that like you have to be good, and like if it was so easy, everyone would do it. But like Seth Godin wrote a book called The Dip, and he has a quote from it which is called where he just says that everything worthwhile in life comes after the dip, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, and in the dip just refers to the valley of despair, where nothing is working, and all of us has been through that, because you have to go through a period where nothing works in order to get good at something. So yeah, you have to be good in order to get the thing that you want. That's just a prerequisite to it, that you have to be bad in order to get good, but that is important in order to get what you want.
Right, May's been up for 41 hours.
Oh,
so
What?
she's dropping off.
Yeah.
They're going to sleep, passing out.
Wow.
You all kind of like mesh together to me now. So I'm gonna say yeah.
It's all
Like
one
an
blur.
in Bulgarian. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you later.
and then there were 5.
Yep, dropping like flies. Got so many questions this time on this live. I don't think we'll get through them, but I'll try and
we'll do a fast round. 2-minute answers each. Boom, boom,
There was
boom.
one interesting one actually about Amazon merch. Where is it? I wanted to bring this up. Oh yeah, here we go. So Slap Systems said, okay, I've been trying to increase my sales on merch by Amazon for over a year now, but it seems like I'm throttled for sales. Anyone else seeing sales remain the same no matter what they're doing? This is something that I've heard multiple times, and also sometimes thought myself, like, am I just capped at 30 a day, or am I just capped at 50 a day? And I've seen this from other people, but I don't believe it. I think it can feel that way, but it's not the truth. What do you all think?
So 2 things. My sales haven't gone up very much, but I've also seen lots of people that their sales have gone up, which makes me think that it still is possible for sales to go up. And maybe it's just something I'm not doing, but there are definitely people, like, if it was happening to everybody, then that would be a sign that this is true. But the fact that I've seen a lot of people in communities and groups and saying that their sales have gone up and their sales, so I'm like, maybe I need to do something. So
yeah, like for me, like I implemented a lot of AI designs starting this year, and just to preface it, like I think I started doing that in like March or April, something like that. So in April I had 674 sales, in May 1,128, and then in June 1,008, and then last month 1,123.
wow.
So that bump in
Impressive.
sales, thank you. So that bump in sales mainly comes from me listing a bunch of designs and trying to get my hands on, or trying to get good with AI designs. So I wouldn't say that it's. I'm in the boat of thinking that you're probably not throttled. You probably just need to learn what can be done better within your business, and just implement that as soon as you can in order to get better results.
Not Amazon related, but I can heavily identify with this like kind of curve on the Shopify side of things. Like there's been times where we hit, it doesn't even matter what the dollar amount is, but say we hit X ceiling and then we hit that and then we dip and then we hit that again. It becomes like, it almost seems like a logical conclusion to think like, oh, there's something that exists here that I'm just not able to pass through. And in our case, we blame like Facebook or, maybe we saturated the market, which is like there's billions of people. No, we clearly didn't. And then eventually the time that we have broken through that, and we always break through it eventually, the operative piece is just how quickly we can get focused and not start I think the thing we start doing is just focusing elsewhere, like on shiny objects. Like I would start doing, again, in Shopify's case, like TikTok ads, or try like Pinterest ads a little bit, opposed to just returning to like, okay, what was the thing that I was doing that got me to hit that ceiling in the first place? And then what did I stop doing that caused it to decline? And then I normally find that there was something, it normally designs in the case of print on demand, that I was just doing really well. And then I let my foot off the gas in some regard. And kind of let my frustration get the best of me. So I can totally, even though it's not Amazon, we deal with the same thing on the Shopify side all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I notice for me anyway is that some of the things that sold before for me aren't selling now, and that's just print on demand. Like that happens. But what's exciting is a lot of things that I created this year are actually selling too. So that gives me some hope that some of that is going in the right direction. And so I'm going to focus more on those things that did get sales this year, and maybe try and, help the ones that did get sales before, maybe like lowering the prices or something to get the sales back on those that sold before too.
That's what I was going to say is like, Philip, we were talking about this. I think you mentioned it or somebody in the group. It's like POD is like a game of, especially for Amazon merch, like a game of wins and losses.
Mm-hmm.
Like you may spend months or years riding out a design and it's paying really well and you're getting a lot of return on it, and then it can just fall off. Like sometimes it's out of your control from competition or maybe algorithm changes. So it's often not this linear steady growth, even if you're putting in the same amount of work, because sometimes the previous designs, right, or strategy that you're using just don't apply. But I would ask this person, to Chris's point, like they're saying they've been trying to increase sales on Merch by Amazon for over a year. What are they doing, right? Are you uploading? That's what moves the needle on Amazon merch. And maybe you can't because you're tiered out, right? But for me, like going back to what Chris saying, like not trying to overthink it, just kind of put your nose to the grindstone, right? Create designs, upload. Like that's what's been the biggest needle mover for me. But sometimes you're fighting against just to regain your losses from designs 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So it can seem like that, but I don't personally think Amazon is throttling us. I think Amazon wants us to succeed. They succeed, right? But there's so many factors that can go into why sales may stagnate or despite your effort, you don't feel like you're increasing or leveling up.
Yeah, and it's hard to give advice of like what you should do to increase your sales without seeing what you're doing right now. There's so many variables that could be improved or could be going wrong. And you said here as well, sounds like my designs could use some critiquing. It could be the designs for sure. From the council, I'm running in circles, so I'm up for it. And that's true. Like if we do next month's council and if we do the shop reviews again, maybe you could drop a link to some of your designs or something like that for review. And I think this is also a good point why some of the private communities are good, because you have a smaller pool of people where you can ask for feedback. Or like me and Adam are doing a design feedback call later this month, where instead of showing it to like an audience of 1,000 people on this live stream on YouTube, it's in a small group, right? It's in a small Zoom call with a few people, and we can give more direct feedback of like, hey, this is what you should improve. This is what the listings could look like. And we can kind of dive into the strategy without exposing it to everyone. But definitely, if you've tried a lot of different things, maybe go back to what actually grew your sales in the first place. Or maybe there's a niche that you're currently selling in that you could just expand upon. Like that's one thing I've been doing this year where I just realized, hey, there's this niche that I'm getting daily sales in and have been for so many years, but I've not uploaded anything new to it for like 2 years. Like why do I keep trying to find new niches if I already have something that's working? And I just put up some new stuff and it started to sell. Sometimes you just need to refresh some of the old designs that they might have reviews, they might be selling, but now there's some new design trend that you could apply to the niche that could actually do a lot better. So yeah, try and focus back on what's already working or what's worked for you in the past instead of kind of flip-flopping and doing the shiny object syndrome.
Yeah, doubling down, like tripling down on what you've had success with is so overlooked, but it's basic, but it really, I made the same mistake when I started. I was like, oh, I'll try this niche. I was like test mode, right? Try this. And now looking back, like I wasted a lot of time putting out way too many lines when I should have, you know, double or tripled down early on some of those ones that I had success with. Now I know that I'm doing the same thing as Philip. Now I'm going back and revisiting those and you know, doubling down on them. But it's an easy thing. It's an easy thing to overlook because you think, oh, I got to reinvent, or I've got to find the new niche, or I've got to find the new trend. But sometimes just the basic fundamentals, like that, they're there for a reason, you know,
like staring in the face.
And that's like, I think that's just like businesses in general. Exactly what you're describing, Adam, because I even notice, like, I do the same thing with YouTube. Like, I'll, you know, have a couple of videos that do really well, and then if you look back, I have like a 3-month stretch where I was just like, all right, this worked really well, I did it again, worked even better, completely different angle for the next 3 months. It's like, why?
Yeah,
let me try something else.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And we've got some more context here as well. Tier 4,000, upload a few designs each day, though I'm chasing trends and find myself making variants of bestsellers too much. So I think like your reflection there might be accurate that, well, number one, in my opinion, chasing trends, if it's like a short-lived trend in the news or a social media trend, those often don't last very long, right? So it's not a good long-term strategy to actually increase your daily sales. It might just work for a few days or a couple of weeks. And making a few versions of a bestseller, again, it might get you some sales, but it's rarely going to really push the needle a lot. Creating original designs and like Andreas said, adding value to a niche, that's what's going to move the needle. And that's harder. Of course, it's harder, but often like pushing yourself out of the comfort zone is what's going to, you know, get you forward.
Yeah,
and
I
also,
go ahead.
And I just also really think that this is where the communities that we have, and especially like Philip's and Adam's community, where that really come into play and really help. Because like all of this that we really talk about now, we're trying to diagnose what the issue is so we can fix the issue. But when you're in like a group of like-minded peers, all they're striving to like do the same thing, and you're all guided by really successful people like Adam and Philip in their merge mastermind, like, it's much easier to just see, okay, this person has this issue here, this person has this issue here, and you learn at the pace of the whole group, because you learn how they like how this one person fixed their issue. You learn how this one person fixed their issue. You can yourself like bring up your own issue, and you can get like insights on how to fix it. Just like they have their feedback call, you can even like to be in that call and get feedback on it, but you just learn and are able to diagnose the issues so much faster if you're in a community, because that's kind of the core of the problem that you solve with a community, if that makes sense. So it sounds like, yeah, something like that can definitely help, but overall just diagnosing the issue sounds like the major problem, like like asking the right question basically.
Yeah.
And I definitely think you can overcome this stuff on your own as well. It would just probably take a bit longer. The communities help accelerate that. Another thing we did, for example, I think it's like a couple of months ago now, we had Juna on, and I think you did this for Chris as well, Chris's community. We had members submit designs that they maybe hadn't sold before, or they thought could sell, but they didn't. And Juna redesigned them and it went through the whole process, explained his research, explained the decisions that he made. And that was fantastic, because we had like 12 designs or something that he went through. And you could really see, like, if you just saw the original submissions, you're like, yeah, they're pretty decent designs. Maybe they would sell. But if you saw the before and after, you'd be like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. This is how it should be. So things like that, I think, can make a huge difference.
Yeah, I really like doing that too, because on Chris's one, and as well as yours, but I got comments back from Chris's, what I did on Chris's, and they put it on Shopify and they actually sold something.
Nice.
So like that was
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, that was a really cool exercise. It's interesting because everybody kind of has like how you redesign some of those, like artistically, right? Like we're all a little bit different, and seeing like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought of that, just because my wiring is different than Juna's and so forth. But when you see the before and after, like Philip's talking about, they were even the original designs. A lot of them were solid, you know, but there's absolutely still ways that you can improve or think out of the box or add additional value. You know, that comes with experience and feedback and testing and seeing what the market responds to.
Yeah, and that was one of the major benefits to Juna doing that, is he actually gave the members the redesign to use on their Amazon.
Try that, see if it
Which is
works. Yeah.
super cool. See if it performs better.
Mhm.
One thing, actually, another thing I want to mention on this, like growing your sales thing, or pushing past the perceived threshold that you've hit. One thing that's helped me quite a lot recently is Jose's strategy. I'm sure a lot of you've seen Jose at this point. He did want to join, by the way, this call, but for like personal reasons, he couldn't. But I'm sure he'll be in a future POD council. He mostly, well, he pretty much uploads everything at 0 royalties. And I know you do this as well, Andreas. He is super extreme where sometimes he'll leave things at 0 royalties for like 100 or thousands of sales even, just to get a ton of momentum.
Wow.
And get that BSR so low that when he raises the price, it still just sells all day, even with a high price, which I think is not something that you need to do as extreme as he does, but it's a good way to give your designs more of a chance, because I think you can fall into the trap of just uploading everything at $19.99 or like a high price where it's tougher to get that first sale. And yeah, if you have a high tier account and you're uploading a lot of scale designs to like low demand niches, I still think that's very applicable, because those designs are not going to sell very often anyway. But especially if you're trying to break into some like medium demand, high demand niches, you will have to be able to compete on price to get some traction. If you have a lot of established bestsellers with thousands of reviews that are selling at $17.99, why should someone buy your brand new listing that's priced at $19.99? It's just a lot less likely. So I've been able to push into niches more easily with that strategy, and I've also repriced some old designs that haven't really been selling to 0 royalties, just to kind of get the ball rolling again.
That's right. That's a good idea.
And I wonder, Juna, I think you should maybe check this as well.
Okay.
Go through your catalog and see if there's old listings which used to sell for you, but they've stopped.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of those. Yeah.
And
so anything with a BSR, right? Pretty much.
Yeah. And let's say it's not sold for over 90 days. Check the price, because I bet the price is probably on the higher side.
Yep,
and
they definitely are. Because I know I went and raised a lot of prices to $19.99 when they made a sale. So yeah.
And it's easy to miss if you have so many designs and daily sales happening. It's easy to miss if a few drop off. And if you just lower the price, wait for like a couple of sales to roll in, then you can always put it back up. But at least it will be regularly selling
BSR
again.
back down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to your point, like even if you do, like they're not making sales right now, right? So there's no harm in lowering the price. Yeah.
Yeah. Rather get a few sales at 0 royalty or just a tiny royalty than no sales whatsoever.
Yep. Good advice. Wow, are we at 2 hours already? That's crazy.
Yeah, we are.
Time flies.
So
maybe time works different in this podcast. So.
Jedi time.
The force is warping time. We won't get through all the questions. I still have a lot saved, but there's one more thing I wanted to quickly address. Someone asked any news regarding tier ups. Now, the last time I heard about tier ups was beginning of the month, so like 2 weeks ago. There was a bit of a wave. Don't know anything else.
Haven't heard.
Same,
I'm not.
yeah.
You guys with the communities know more than I do on my. I have a Facebook group, but I don't hear anything about tier ups or anything. So
No.
We had one guy, Philip, right, that went from tier 1,000 and jumped to 4K.
Whoa.
Yeah, someone skipped a tier.
That was like last month. That's a big, that's a good tier up. That's a big jump.
Do you remember if you said something about his percentage sold?
I don't.
Yeah,
remember.
I'd love to know that.
Try and look.
Because I'm still waiting for mine. I have about 30% of my designs with sales, so like 1,074, and I'm tier 4,000.
Tier 4,000. What are you guys? What tier are you guys?
40K.
40K. What are you, Adam?
For me, I was 100. I got tiered down.
Oh,
So
I'm at 100. I didn't get tiered down, but I probably should. No, I'm good at where I'm at. I don't want to go down, but.
I just moved up. I'm tier a billion now.
Nice.
Solid.
Yeah. And,
Though,
new course dropping soon.
I think they do have tier 1 million though, right?
somebody.
Yeah,
must
that
have.
was the previous one that I was in.
They made a new one
Yeah.
just for you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was so good on
It's called the
Amazon.
Chris
Highest
tier.
I've heard is 400,000. Tier
Wow.
400K is the highest I've heard, and I've never actually seen that, but I've heard that it goes up to 400K.
That's amazing. Because
Yeah.
the way they structure it
pretty
now,
good.
where you have to have that many live designs, like I don't know how you get over 200,000 designs on.
Yeah.
I guess with AI or
Chris,
whatever.
can't you sell like Netflix designs as well in tier 1 billion?
Yeah, you can do.
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
Netflix shows.
You get Jeff Bezos's phone number, and you just, you just text him. For anybody who's joining halfway through, I saw on Shopify. They're like, "Who's this
Yeah,
guy
they're
who's just like messing
Googling
up?"
tier 1 billion.
I need to follow this guy. He's the
Yeah,
best.
no,
Everyone's joining your like WeScare community to find
they're-
out about like how to reach
yeah,
tier 1 billion.
how to hack your way to tier 1 billion.
But on the tier up topic, in all seriousness, it seems like one of the commonalities I've seen from my Discord server and the school community is that 60% of designs sold is what people often say when they get tiered up, which is crazy high, at least for higher tiers.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's more achievable in lower tiers, which is a good thing for the people who are stuck in lower tiers. But I don't think it's even guaranteed thing. Like I've heard of people that have sold more than 60%, but still not tiered up.
I just checked in the group. Gregor's, he was at 63%. The guy that went from 1K to 4K, he was at 63,
Wow.
which is 63 is that's
still a
incredible.
lot.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Sounds like the thing that I'm really concerned about. I think I mentioned this on a previous call, but like I think you mentioned, Adam, that in a video that you like took down a bunch of designs, right? And then you were tiered down to 50K.
Oh, was that what happened?
No,
I
I
know
mean, I
Ryan
I was deleting some designs, but I don't think it was enough to make an impact. I mean, I think at the time I had like around 46 or 45,000 designs live, but I was in tier 100K, and I've been in tier 100K since like 2022. So I mean, I jumped from tier 20K to 100K.
Oh,
I've been in tier 100K for years, and only really when the AI got rolling, I got up to. I basically 4x my designs. I was like around 9 or 10,000 up until the AI stuff, and then over the past maybe 18 months, I uploaded to around 50,000, or excuse me, 45,000. But then I was tiered down, but by percentage of sales. I mean, it's fractional, right? My percentage of sales, I don't even know what it is. It's in the single digits because I was like just trying to fill my slot. So I'm doing huge bulk scale designs. And when you're doing that, your percentage of sales go way, way down. So I'm assuming Amazon looked at my account and said, this guy's been in tier 100K since 2022. He hasn't even filled 50% of his slots, and his percentage of sales is much lower. So I got bumped down. That's my theory, but I'm not certain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could be all the scaled designs. Yeah, maybe they saw all your scaled designs and just be like.
Now, if you haven't like filled your slots, then it's probably also because of that.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I had a lot of scale designs as well, but I didn't get a hit. It's tough to say what exactly it is, but there has been a lot of higher tier accounts.
Philip, you were in a lower tier, right? You were in tier 30K and had 30.
I didn't skip.
Closer to full, yeah.
And I had them filled. I had the slots filled, so maybe that helped. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm just kind of like a bit paranoid. Like if I take away like 1,000 designs, will like to tear down my account to maybe to something else, or let's say that it's 2,000 designs. Will I tear down my account to what is it, to tier 2,000 instead of 4,000? But I could probably do it in segments as well if I figure out a way to do that seamlessly. But 60%.
I'm still going through right now, even though I've been tiered down to 50K. I'm still going through and deleting tons of designs because it's kind of a two-sided coin. You could delete designs and then you're going to have less of your slots filled. But if you're thinking about it, if you're deleting designs that haven't sold, your percentage, your metrics are going to go up, right? On the percentage of designs sold and maybe conversion, things like that. So I don't know which one Amazon's, balancing, but I'm trying to delete a ton of old designs so that when mugs come available, I got plenty of slots to really just
that's smart. I might probably should do the same. That's smart.
I have a question. Does anybody, this is not related to Amazon, but you see it up here, it says Redbubble, and Redbubble made some changes lately. I don't know if any of you sell on Redbubble, but it feels like it's just
they have,
even further
I
down.
just saw when I was clicking around, somebody put out a video, and it was just a few minutes ago. It was like Redbubble is dead. Oh, it was
Man.
Ryan. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I saw something like they have like 50% fees now, right?
Yeah, they
on
just changed
everything.
it to take even more fees. Yeah.
That's
If I understood it correctly, 50% fees on all sales on items that have a margin higher than 20%. So, for example, stickers, a lot of people put them on like 100%, right?
Yeah.
But if you do
Because you
that,
only get $2 on it
lose
or something like
50%.
that. Yeah.
That's insane.
But apparently it's for the purpose of the creators.
No way.
That sounds so weird. We'll take your royalties on behalf of you.
Yeah. It's good for you guys to make less money. It's so much better that you'll make less money. You'll thank us later.
I feel like these companies should hire Juna as their PR person, because you could honestly deliver that kind of news and make it sound like you're doing them a favor.
Yeah. Look, I know you're gonna get less money, but you'll love it.
I know.
Be
Yeah.
the best thing ever.
Here's why it's good.
That's crazy. Well, we'll see. I don't know if it's a product of Amazon just getting so much of the market share, or they don't know what to do, or they're just money hungry, or a little bit of all of that. But it's sad to see Redbubble going the way it's going. So.
Anyway, I'd love to carry this on forever because we
Yes.
do have a lot of extra questions, but we've
Next
already been
time.
going for a while. But we'll be back next month, hopefully with Jose. I know some people have been asking for him. And when he's on, trust me, we'll be on for like 4 hours because he never stops talking. So
You should have a timer. Question, 5 minutes, go.
yeah, exactly.
Next question, 5
And then
minutes.
just kick them off of the stage.
Yeah.
The 5
That's
minutes
it.
is over.
Time's up. Next question.
And I'm glad I finally found that you can overlay the chat messages onto the actual stream. I'd never realized that's a thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's so much
Oh,
cooler.
I see it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's really
On
nice.
the bottom right. That's what that is.
So yeah, right. We'll see you back in what is it, September next month?
Whoa,
For the
already?
next council.
Yeah.
Q4's coming. Watch out.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one, especially with coffee mugs.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you get access to them, start listing some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll see you later. Thanks everyone who joined. Thanks for all the nice comments and questions. And have a nice rest of your week.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys.